All right, welcome to episode 26 of the Beer Bullshit Show.
26? Is it only 26?
I'm the host, Chris Bennett, and tonight we'll have Jim Babb and Brian Hagen on a little later, but it's just the four of us for now, and looks like Andy poured something that's got a lot of head.
Yes, I didn't pour very
No pun
carefully. I just
intended.
kind of dumped it in there.
That's what she said.
And speaking of, let's start with the lovely couple. What y'all sipping on?
We are sipping on, do I say this Widmer Brothers? Widmer Brothers?
Can't hear her.
Widmer Brothers Brewing Upheaval IPA. Which I've never had before, and it's actually,
It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. But before we
the head is great.
That's what he said.
That's what
So-
he said.
Hey, I couldn't hear you. Could you repeat what you had said? I'm sorry.
It's Widmer Brothers Brewing Upheaval IPA.
Okay.
All right, so we just now cracked these open. I wanted to bring up something that we've been drinking since, I don't know, like 4 or 5 o'clock or something like that. Of our another beer from our very special friends at Lagunitas.
Lagunitas.
I say Lagunitas because that's what it's spelt like, but other people have turned. So this is
Fuck them.
there's an interesting tidbit I didn't realize on the label here earlier. They called this a fractional IPA. Is that ridiculous or what? See, that's why I love the Good Beer Guys, because their labels are always hilarious. This is the Lagunitas Daytime Ale. And I had never seen this one before. Annie brought it home today, and I was like, oh, cool, let's check it out. It's only, let's see, it's a 4.65 APV, and it's really, the name stands by what it's for. I feel like I could drink this all day long,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy good tasting beer all day long without getting wasted. You know, you could get a 12-pack of this and go to the beach and potentially make yourself back to the bus stop or call a cab or whatever, as opposed to some of these other IPAs that we drink where you just feel like, oh, I can get back to my car and drive, and then run into a a power line or something. It's a very delicious beer, and I hope. Did you see more of these? I think we need to keep the fridge stocked
I did,
full
and this
of
was the
these.
first time I've ever seen them either. I don't know if they just don't have them around here often.
It reminds me a lot of our Stone Go-To IPA.
Mhm.
It's like it's a lighter IPA. It's a little easier to drink, mass quantities of without getting way too wasted. But I'm really enjoying this other one now already.
Mhm.
We saved one more of these. I don't know if
Of the Lagunitas.
yeah.
Okay.
So we have one more of them left. Like she brought a 6-pack home, and suddenly we have 5 left. But it's delicious. What is this one called one more time?
Upheaval.
Upheaval. Should be upheaval. Upheaval's ass.
Which is kind of interesting because I got a couple weeks back something from the same brewery. It's the Hopside Down by Widmer.
Hopside.
Okay.
I love this. Hopside down. Okay.
I
So-
didn't see that one. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, so they're just coming into our market as well.
Whose market?
Unfortunately, my distributor, the guys I work for, do not distribute that particular one. But
Okay, so when you say your market, you're talking about your excellent new job. Now, hang on, Chris, before we get off on a tangent about you, the host, not all about you, Chris. I want to find out what our dear sweet friend Ruby is sipping on tonight, because she's flying solo for the time being tonight. Maybe we'll get a guest appearance from her wonderful husband. But okay, as she's pouring this, oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, get some head on there. Pour faster.
Dump it in, dump it in.
What you
Okay.
sipping on, Ruby?
What am I sipping on? Okay, so an awesome wedding present from a dear friend of mine who was like one of my only friends in middle school. One of like 3 people who would talk to me for 2 years. And she actually played a huge role in me coming to my new life. And so she's really happy that I have such a great life now. And I thought it was really cool. She sent me these glasses that say, "Drink local beer."
Nice.
Oh, I like them.
Georgia on it, okay?
Is that
Yeah.
Illinois?
No, it's Georgia.
Georgia.
'Cause- yeah, that's where I'm
Georgia.
from. Right.
Okay.
And so,
All right, there you go.
yeah, so I thought it was cool because her husband's a chef, but he works for a brew pub, and they are a craft beer, and they've even offered us like a free place to stay if we want to come visit Savannah, which I think is freaking sweet. So tonight I'm drinking Gosa. It's sour, salty, delicious. It's by Westbrook Brewing Company out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
Okay. I feel
And
like go ahead,
it's-
Ruby.
It is one of the most original beers I've ever had. It says on the back, it says, "This is our interpretation of a Gosa, a traditional German-style wheat beer brewed with coriander and salt. Once nearly extinct, this very refreshing style is making a comeback." So it's actually really salty, and it's really sour. And it's, if you like sour beer, apparently this one is like a huge favorite on Untappd. It's like very popular and people really love it. And she sent me a 6-pack of this. So we had one last night, and this is my second one now. And then she also sent me, I have the page pulled up here. I took a picture of it. She sent me Hellas Lager, Terrapin Monster Beer Tour, Triple Rye India Pale Ale, Cubano-style espresso brown ale, and another Terrapin beer that I can't read the name of. It's some kind of IPA. Anyway, those are all, like, when I say local, like, Georgia, Savannah is on the border of South Carolina. So I think a couple of those are South Carolina beers, and a couple of them are Georgia beers. So I'm excited to drink them, but I won't be trying any of those unless Nick comes down, because
Sure.
we only have one each of the special flavors. I do have other beer, though. So, anyway, but I'm excited to get some
Let me ask
Georgia
you something,
beer.
Ruby.
Yes.
When you say sour beer, it makes me wonder, like sour, like an apple sort of candy, or sour like
sour,
or
Sour Patch Kids.
okay,
Oh,
okay. See, because they're sweet, but then you mentioned salty, so now
And
I'm
this-
thinking like
this-
shots with tequila. And,
Well, actually, this beer isn't as sweet as some sours are. Some beers are sweet and sour. This one is actually sour and salty. So I'll take a sip.
we're gonna watch your facial expression.
It's delicious. It's like if you like lemon lime, it doesn't taste like a lemon lime, but it has that back, like what your tongue does when you eat a lemon
Sure.
or a lime. But it kind of has that
It
on
hits the back of your tongue as
Yes.
opposed to the front of your tongue. Okay.
Yeah. And otherwise, it's just delicious. It just has that kick that's on the back. And apparently, the sour.
He's moaning.
I love sour stuff, and I don't know that I've ever had a beer that I would
Okay.
describe as sour, but it sounds really intriguing to me.
Well, every time we go into the beer store, we always ask, we have a guy in there, Jack, and we're always like, hey, Jack, what's sour? And it's a really kind of a rare thing because I think that, if you want to Google it, I'm sure you can figure it out, but I think that, like, what makes a sour is, like, a natural a natural yeast fermentation where they actually just open up the tank lids and let it ferment with the tank open. And so it has this really unique It's like they almost let the beer go bad, but it doesn't go bad.
Okay.
And so it was like, it's like this extra step to the fermentation process of beer that makes it sour.
It's like organized chaos.
And so and I like a lot of sours. And I like the sweet sours too. I know Boulevard makes a sour, and Lagunitas makes a sour. It's just depend. I mean, I don't think they do them all the time. So
I'm
it's
gonna have to hunt one of these down.
Yeah. If you find something, bring it home. I'm intrigued.
So, what is our host sipping on?
Well, I just a couple weeks ago I bought the Beers of Mexico 12-pack. It had Dos Equis, the lager, and the Dos Equis amber, and the Sol, and the Tecate. I finished off the Tecate. Tecate.
What Corona could be.
Yeah. Yeah. What Corona isn't. I would rather drink. I would rather drink a Pacifico or Dos Equis or Tecate than I would Corona. I'd pass the Corona right off. But
Sure.
But I am opening my buddy works for a rivalry distribution company, and they distribute this particular beer. It's from Tirana Brewing.
I haven't heard of it.
It's called Three Beaches. It's a honey blonde ale brewed with honey. They're from Lake Mills, Wisconsin.
3 bitches.
They're new in the area. He's been hyping them up for a while. There's a lot of excellent breweries that come out of Wisconsin, and I thought, since he was wearing their shirt when I saw him last a couple days ago, I thought I'd get one of their 6-packs. Another beer that I'm probably going to be drinking that Weidemer that I had shown on a couple minutes ago, and I'll probably be drinking another Amstel Radler. That is delicious.
An Amstel Radler, huh?
It's a beer. It's lemonade. Basically, it's lemonade and beer.
Mm.
Okay. That makes sense.
You put your name on Babes.
How do you like that?
How adorable. I'm just wondering what I need to call Nick now, because those are like our nicknames. And probably like...
You guys can be babes too.
Well, everybody's a babe.
Babe.
Oh, now it's babes on babes on babe.
That sounds like a position in the joy of sex.
See, and I feel like if we're ever going to do any more of our Babecast, this is the way we need to do it. Like, whenever the fuck we want to.
Yes.
As opposed to sticking to a strict schedule every week. Like, I don't know if you got here. We were doing a little show once. Almost.
Did like 3.
Did you watch
right?
them?
Yeah.
I think we got up to like 6 episodes, 7 episodes maybe, but that's because for like 2 weeks we had to do it like twice in 1 week. One was a half-hour show and then one was an hour-long show, and we kind of got sick of the restrictions. We were on the Voluntary Virtues Network, that whole thing that Michael Shanklin's doing. Babe, don't even try and fingerboard right now. It will fuck with my head so bad.
because I don't know how to do it properly. I'm like, how do I make it stick to my fingers?
She's sitting here. She found my fingerboard. That's what I do while I'm waiting for progress meters to finish on my computer. Like as I'm waiting for something to download or open, I sit there and I my fingerboard. But I do tricks.
I was just trying to get one.
So go back to what you said. So you did like a couple shows and you got tired of the restrictions and.
Well, I don't want to say, I don't want to use the term restrictions in like, you know, the terrible sense. Like we did sign up for it. It's like, okay, we're vetting this time. We're going to be use time slot every week at this time. We're going to be for a live show. We spend either a half hour or an hour going through just whatever the fuck we felt like talking about on a weekly basis, and it got to the point where it was like, you know what, this really isn't that much fun right now because we're the day before the show started, we're just trying to figure out what the hell we want to talk about before we even start the show. And it was like there would be other times when her and I are sitting around on a Tuesday afternoon after work, and it was like, and we get into a conversation, and it's like we're talking about all kinds of different stuff, and it's like, okay, let's save this for the show. By the time we got to showtime, the hell we were talking about, and we had already had the conversation, so it wasn't that much fun. That's why I mean, even though this is sort of the same way, every Wednesday at 8:30 we could need our asses sitting here to talk about whatever, but it's a lot more free.
We don't have to have content.
Well, and especially fact, there's always multiple other hosts to be on here talking. So like if we sit there and we're talking about something and we draw a blank, somebody else can pick up where we left off. Like a certain cowboy hat wearing, glasses faced, bearded mofo might not have just popped up on here.
What is going on,
Chris? I'll let you bring him in.
Welcome to the ramblings of Garrett Fox.
I was listening to the ramblings of Garrett. He's explaining like how he doesn't have anything to talk about, so he has to get really drunk because that makes him a more interesting person. That's the only way Annie will put up with him every week, and yeah, it all makes sense now.
Oh, so good. Okay, Chris, are you going to bring him in, or can I?
Go right ahead.
So, I heard about this guy one day a long time ago. He did all kinds of crazy podcasts, something about a quesadilla and the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, and then it evolved into multiple different podcasts, and then all of a sudden he came out and decided, hey, I'm going to do a podcast about kittens and anarchy, or kittens and freedom, which, same thing, all in one. Had the pleasure of meeting this guy somewhere along the lines, and then re-meeting him at PorkFest because I think we were both wasted the first time we met. My good buddy Brian Hagen, glad to see you on the Beer and Bullshit Show again. Say, look, my Southern Twain has already come out.
Yeah.
Does that happen when you're drinking, the Southern thing? Does it kind of kick out when you've been drinking?
It's a buddy wearing a cowboy hat.
I'm like, this is Missouri thing that I've got going on. Where like, all of a sudden I'm talking all wasted and like screaming Bible verses at people and swinging baseball bats and talking about St. Paul, and it gets really ugly sometimes.
Welcome to the show, Brian Hagen. Glad you're here, man.
Good to be here. I am so glad to be back. I know I was on the show. Gosh, time gets away, doesn't it? It was months and months ago.
Yeah, it was a few months ago, yeah.
Since that time, of course, we've had the opportunity, and I want to say to you, Chris Bennett, really missed you at PorkFest this year. It was a really wonderful time. Got to see Annie, got to see Garrett, got to see Ruby, and really had a wonderful time all around. It was fantastic. And yes, I was wasted the entire time.
Who was it?
Oh, Ruby, that's a nice shot.
We got
there.
the boob shot.
I'm playing with the dog.
Sorry, I mean the puppy shot.
It's the dog you're supposed to look at. The dog, I tell you. By the way, I want to tell you guys, I'm not drinking any beer, but I am drinking one of my all-time favorite drinks, and I think that much like beer or finer beers, you have to acquire a taste for it. It is a very fancy brewed cream soda from the IBC company. I love cream soda. I'm always buying like various ones. They can run up to like $5 a bottle, depending upon who's brewing this stuff or whatever. And yeah, so this is what I'm drinking tonight. I'm getting all jacked up on sugar.
Yeah,
it's not.
Oh, okay.
I was kidding. But...
So $5 a bottle for cream soda.
you can get there. Yeah, you can get there. When you're trying to get the diabetes like I am, you gotta get something really good and sugary all the time.
They called it diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right out of the realm of Wilford Brimley, of course.
I know.
He's my hero and my idol.
Isn't he dead?
Wilford Brimley? No, I think he's still alive. I'm pretty sure he's still alive.
So he's
unless he died of the diabetes.
He's trucking along with the diabetes. What was his name? Wilford what?
Wilford Brimley. He was on that show, Our Family or something. No, he's still very much alive.
Was it at Our House?
No.
Life Goes On. That was it. Life Goes On.
Yeah, it had Shannon Doherty in it.
It did.
A young Shannon Doherty.
Well, his last December 10th, 2010.
He died.
And he did commercials for the diabetes medication company or whatever. Yep.
No, he's alive.
Yeah, he's still alive, guys.
Yeah, born 1934, still kicking. Still out there fighting against the diabetes and telling people to eat their oatmeal.
Which is probably terrible for their diabetes, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I would think, too. Oh, I'm sitting here. Of course, I've gone to, that holy side of all things true. His personal life, he was diagnosed with the diabetes back in 1979. So he himself suffers from it.
Okay.
That's why he worked so hard to raise awareness.
I mean, I was going to say that seemed kind of self-explanatory, being that he was the spokesman for diabetes.
Yeah,
You'd
exactly.
think he had it himself, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe if you just knew somebody who had it.
And this is just like the perfect segue into our pop culture trivia competition tonight.
I'm so excited.
Somehow I had a feeling.
So, Brian, you're not drinking any alcohol tonight?
No, I'm not. I actually have not had a drop since I got back from PorkFest.
Why?
Life, too busy. I've been staying at my mom's house, and mom's a bit of a teetotaler, so I can't really, sit around and drink. She thinks, okay, this is how much my mom knows about alcohol. She thinks that, if you have a bottle of whiskey sitting out for more than a week, you should throw it away because it's gone bad.
Is that whiskey stale?
That's how she is. Like, should I just throw this away? And I'm like, absolutely not. I mean, I know it's rich and rare after all, but still, you don't toss out a good bottle of whiskey.
Yeah,
So
I don't think we've ever had a bottle of whiskey sit out for more than a week here.
So this had nothing.
Definitely not.
Yeah, maybe for. It would get drank when I chased my tail the next morning. Hair of the dog, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
He calls it chasing his tail. Can we just...
I like that.
Well, I've been drinking all night and woke up hungover as hell, so I'm gonna chase my tail. Just start the thing all over again.
That does make sense.
I'm sure Ruby and her husband can relate to. I mean, that's how you have to live at Pork.
That's how I lived at PorkFest. It was like I'd wake up and be like, "Oh my God, I want to die. I guess I need to have another drink now."
Yeah, I feel like I don't blame you for a post-PorkFest detox. That probably would be a good idea.
Well, it's been honestly, it had been years since I have drank that much. I mean, I would wake up in that damn tent after going to bed like at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up in that damn tent, sun coming in, I'm got sweat dripping off of me. There's like bugs crawling out of my nose. And I'm like, and so then I do my thing during the day and then start drinking like at 5 or 6 and do it all over again. Every single day that I was there, I did that. And my old body can't handle it like it used to.
Yeah, see, you spent way too much time thinking about whether or not you should start drinking again.
Yeah, that probably is true. It's one of those things.
And I stayed with my parents. I was with them for about 3 weeks, and my parents are, you know, pretty much non-drinkers. I mean, they'll drink some wine from the local winery or whatever, but I was like in a bad state of mind at that point, and I needed some liquor, and so I went. The county is dry. I had to go to the next county over to get liquor, and I had no idea where to go. And I'm in the middle of nowhere in Georgia, and I'm in my mom's car, and I cannot find the liquor store. I have no GPS or anything, and I'm like, shit, where's the liquor store? So I pulled up at a gas station, like a gas station that had a car repair place, and there was this car repair guy standing outside, and I was like, where's the liquor store?
And when do they open?
And, I was like, I've been driving around for like 20 minutes, and I don't see any like liquor store, you know? And he was like, oh yeah, the Hindus own it. It's in a trailer. You have to go back down the road, take a left by McDonald's, go up 1.5 miles, take the fourth right down a dirt road, and there's a trailer. It doesn't have a sign or anything, but that's the liquor store. And I was like, okay, this isn't scary at all. You know? And so I did that, and I pull up at this trailer that has no sign, but there's a couple other cars in front of it, and there's people coming out with like things in bags, and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe the liquor store, you know. And I walk in, and it is the liquor store. And by the way, the liquor store in the middle of nowhere consists of only the cheapest stuff you'll ever want to drink. And so, you know, I was looking for some scotch. And I'm like, holy shit. The most expensive scotch they had was like $16, $15.99. And I was like, all right, I'll take that.
How to get into that room.
It was bad, you know? And I just remember leaving out of there like, oh my god, like, please nobody, like, kill me going back down this dirt road in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the middle of nowhere. You know, but I guess they don't like to advertise their liquor there because it's the Bible Belt or whatever. But I went back and I kept that shit in the paper bag. In the I was staying in an apartment off my parents' house, and there's like one of those little, you know, those corner cabinets that spin. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
sure.
Okay, that one was full of like the most useless shit. Like the most useless shit you could ever want. I knew nobody would be in there. I opened it up, I moved some shit around, and I stuck the bottle in the middle of that corner cabinet, and that's where I kept my stash 3 weeks I was there.
Hide it in the back. There you go.
I was like, yeah, that's a good place for it. So
Looks like Jim
better
back
give
on
it a
some
spin.
Wi-Fi.
No one knows it's saying.
Did you find some Wi-Fi there, Jim Bed? No,
Kinda.
I shouldn't have acknowledged him. Now
It's barely working. In fact, I can hear you guys when I switch over to the chat, and it stops trying to pull your images in. That's
Well, we
Okay.
can hear you.
Talk to us.
but can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Make it good.
I have to go back to the chat to hear you.
So, what are you drinking, Jim?
Yeah, just turn your video off, Jim, and we'll be able to
Can
hear
you hear me
you
now?
fine. Yes.
That's funny. I can.
I bet, Jim, if you turned off your video, we'd be able to hear you
Here's the
better.
thing. I can hear you guys when I switch over to the chat, but you can't hear me. I don't know if I can.
Well,
turn
just
the video.
go
I'm
up to
on an
that
iPhone. I
little
don't know.
camera-looking thing at the
Is that
top.
possible?
And count.
We can hear you now. Your
Can you hear me
picture
right
is
now?
just frozen, but we can hear you. Yep.
Yep. In fact, every time you've asked if we can hear you now. Yep, there we go. There we go. So yeah, that's just Jim Bab's mugshot there.
So if you think about it, we were just talking about recovering from pork fasting experience and stuff. Jim Bab has not even re-entered civilization since pork fest.
Yeah,
He is just
right.
he's still out. Just think about that.
Is he still out wandering in the wilderness?
For 2 months.
Yeah.
No, he's still camping. I think he's in a few more civilized places, but
Goodness, I couldn't have stood one more day. I'm just not a camper. I'm such a little Nancy boy in so many ways. Like I've got to shower like twice a day. I've got to make sure my clothes look good, and I'm out there in this tent sweating, and then of course the sewer problems, and we couldn't shower, and it was just an absolute mess.
What would James Franco think?
I kept thinking that. I kept thinking, oh my gosh, what if James Franco should show up at Porkfest and find me smelling like this? I had to leave my sandals there. They smelled so bad. I abandoned them on Terran Lupo's deck because I couldn't handle them anymore. Every time I sat down at a table, and we were doing all the broadcasting up there, and Garrett, I think you and I did some stuff together. I was really drunk the whole time. Anyway, every time I sat down at the table in the media room, I could smell my own feet. It was horrible.
Every time I saw you, I could smell feet.
Here comes that stinky feet guy again. Get away from him.
I want to hug him so much, but no.
Those feet. Oh, it's awful. That terrible, terrible stench.
Put your shoes in the freezer in Ziploc bags.
I just read that today. Actually, I did not know that. These were cheap. I bought them. I bought them for like $18. They weren't real leather, and I think that was a big part of the problem. They're like plastic crap that looked like leather. So now I bought myself some real leather ones. So I think I can avoid that problem in the future.
Anyway, still, Ziploc bag in the freezer.
That is good advice, because I just naturally have stinky feet.
And you would think flip-flops would air out pretty quickly.
at Porkfest I just go with the straight up rubber flip-flops. One might get wet, but they'll dry in a second, and I really don't care.
I brought 2 pairs of tennis shoes. Got the first pair soaked the very first night we were there. Let them air out on the picnic table all week long, so they're fine now. And then never touched my flip-flops and just wore my New Balances. And feet, no, they stink. Sorry.
Wait, the New Balances stink?
Well, just my feet in general.
I haven't really noticed, actually.
You have to change your socks.
Porkfest?
Well, yeah.
Does that mean you don't change your socks?
Not enough, I guess.
Once a day at least? I've never noticed.
You could probably use some odor eaters. I don't know. See, I always.
I'm learning new things about you. If you don't change your socks every day, this is a problem.
I do this thing where when you go to the bathroom after we go to bed, that's when I take my socks off and I clean the crap out of in between my toes and stuff. And then I feel bad because I go and I touch you, when you come back to bed, and I can smell my fingers.
I do not want to.
I'm thrilled to know that you've never noticed. So
every time I go to bed now, I'm gonna be like, get the fuck up and move.
Oh, that's just disgusting. Do you do a little belly button digging too at the same time?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Have any lint? You can't sleep right if you've got crap in your belly button.
I know.
No toe jam, no belly button lint. You can skip at that point.
But sometimes I'll pull stuff out of my belly button. I'm just like, how in the world did something like that get there?
Yeah.
A Matchbox car is stuck in my belly button. It's just crazy.
Did you guys friends with Nikki Darling, right? Did you see the picture of what she pulled out of Shane's belly button after Porkfest?
No.
Oh my god! It was this epic ball of stuff.
Is it on Facey's face? I'm gonna find it right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go back long way.
Oh man, and there's no quick search. I'm gonna work on this, guys. You guys yak a little bit here.
You're gonna search for the big ball of belly button fluff that came out of Jane's belly button.
I feel like if I isolate Nikki, okay, Control F, belly.
Scrolling down to the older stuff and keep searching belly as you go.
Alright, so when did Porkfest end? Not 12 hours ago, not yesterday. Oh, we're
She
never
posts a lot, yeah, you're never
gonna get there. I'm gonna go straight to pictures. I'm gonna go straight to
pictures. Oh,
pictures.
go to her photos. That's a great idea.
Yes. Let's.
No, scroll up.
Oh, well, that said photos there. Guys, we'll find it. We'll find it. Ignore it.
Let me Facebook.
Okay. I'm gonna get a little lesson here.
So I have a thing that happened to me after I got back from Facebook that I'd be interested to share with y'all. Apparently, like, I hurt myself a lot while I was there. Like, I know the first night I was there, I busted my ass and fell flat on my back. And then, apparently I fell a whole lot more because when I got home, I was covered in scrapes, bruises, and I had this bruise across my ribs. It was about as wide as my hand and about as long as my hand across my ribs, like right here. And I have no idea, like, where that came from, but I will say that the 20-something hour trip home really sucked because every time we hit a bump or something, like, I don't know if I cracked a rib or, like, what I did, but that sucked, and my legs are like still covered with like little scars and shit. Where I know I ran into 2 picnic tables on different nights in the middle of the night, and but yeah, I Porkfest beat the shit out of me in a big way.
I'm sorry, that's a lot of trauma to go through, man. That's just a lot of beating.
Oh my God, we found it. We try. Screenshot this right now. So for our viewing audience, here is a picture of Shane's belly button lint. Can you guys see that? Look at that. Look at that. That is disgusting. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in.
You gotta like it. It only has 6 likes.
Let's see how. Oh my God! There's no way that came out of his fucking belly button.
Wow.
We're referring to this orifice right here. That came out of there. I don't believe it. I'm gonna like this right. I'm gonna like this right now.
That's a heavy collection of lint and other Porkfest residue.
I mean, I feel like there's gotta be valuable. And I'll get out of this here. I'm gonna share it. Fuck it.
If you clean your belly button every day, you will not gain that. He must have been wearing like really linty shirts. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, I don't know what. All I saw him wearing were like rock and roll T-shirts. I wouldn't think that just a basic T-shirt would give you that much lint in your belly button orifice.
I feel like this could have been the culmination of
you
the
were
whole
standing
thing.
That close
oh my God.
to that.
Like he was digging for it right there. He's like, Garrett, I'm about to show you this epic belly ball. We'll call it a belly ball.
It is a belly ball. I think you do a little hacky sacking with that thing.
It's so wrong. I love exploiting our friends on this show.
Oh, isn't it the best?
It is. It is fun. It is fun. I did a little sound check with your good buddy Corey Moore the other night.
Oh, you did? Yeah, he was looking for me. I was in bed. I went to bed like at 6 o'clock on Sunday night, and he was looking for me. So thank you for helping him out and not making Corey like go crazy. That was wonderful of you, Garrett.
You're unreliable. That's
extremely unreliable.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a weekend and I have an opportunity to sleep,
speaking of your unreliability, I need to bring this up real quick before we go any further. Yeah.
What did I do?
I seem to remember a certain teammate jumping shit on us at the old Porkfest, and we understand your man sergeant I guess we could call him Terran Lupo.
Right.
Crack the whip. You know what?
Yeah.
I've got Corey here. I need you. We're going to bring in for diversity, since we're all a bunch of overweight white males. we're gonna bring a chick on anything. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Do you want something? There
I'm
you
done.
go.
I got
it.
No, it's true. It's very true, and I'm very sorry for that. And I know that Daryl Perry was your captain.
Kind of a
and I had explained. It wasn't intended to be. I had worked it out with Daryl. I said, "Look, I'm going to make sure that you have someone in my place." Or Garrett, this probably didn't get back to you from Daryl Perry because he was so busy doing Daryl things. I told him, if you can't find someone, I'm still willing to do it.
No.
And Daryl was like, "No, it's okay. I understand, buddy. I understand."
At that point, we were kind of you. So
We probably won.
We've got 2,000 other willing contestants for this show, so you can suck a fat one.
And boy, did I suck a fat one during that game. That was not what I had expected.
I just love how much shit you guys were talking before the show. I was trying to be humble. I was trying to fraternize with the opponents and have a good time, like make a good thing out of this. But then we were all sitting outside on the picnic tables outside of the pavilion, and I caught this glare. I don't know, but Taryn was just glaring at me like, yeah, this is my bitch.
And I think I said to you, hey, Garrett, get ready to go down. Enjoy the fall.
you guys went out the first round. It was great.
Instantly. Here's the thing. I knew full well that I was going to fail miserably at this thing. So it was basically, you know how they say that the kid that makes fun of you in school is really the insecure kid? He's really the one that is just looking for love. That's what I was doing. I wasn't really trash talking. I was actually feeling so incredibly down about myself and my own abilities that I had to take it out on someone else, and I feel very, very bad about doing that.
Wow, I feel really bad now too.
I don't.
I think that was a load of bullshit, but you made me feel bad for a second.
No. I was just drunk and having fun.
I'm gonna go get us a couple more beers, Brian. It was all in good fun. That was a lot of fun, and that's why after I come back with these new beers, I think we should experiment a little bit. I want to play a little trivia game with everybody here.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Are you guys down, Ruby? I know you're down.
Sure.
We're gonna have a Taylor Swift question face-off.
Oh, I love that.
I don't know if there are any. Gary, look at the list.
Yeah. Look. All right. Here's the deal. I found a website to where I can participate along with everybody. So, I don't know what I'm thinking we should do is just I'm going to run through some questions, and everybody's going to input their answer into the chat here. Brian, have you found a group button there?
Yeah, I think I have the one. Yeah, right over on the right-hand side.
Okay. Yeah, here. I'm gonna do a little test chat.
What are you talking about now?
All right, you see the little group chat thing there, Ruby?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we got we have us and Brian in there. I guess we'll have to put a G for me and an A for your answer.
Yes.
And it's going to be like 10 to 15 questions. We're just through everybody put in their answer, and then at the end, what's that, Ruby?
Okay. I got
there
you.
So there you are.
There. Is that what you mean?
So, absolutely, exactly. So we're going to go through these questions real quick, and we're going to go and look at the answers. I'm not going to keep score or any of that bullshit. I've been drinking, so
I'll keep score.
Okay, Amy is here. I'll give her a pad and a pen, and she'll keep score. I'll run the question. Can't see the answer. This is honesty policy. I have not looked at any of the answers on this thing yet, We actually found the proper website, and it's once you get down to the bottom, it says click here to print out the answers. So,
oh, I see. Okay.
I'll be back with some beers, and we'll do a little experiment here. I think this could be fun.
I think it will be too. It sounds like everything's on the up and up. It doesn't sound like there's going to be any cheating. And I got to tell you, I really was. I didn't really like that Freedom Fest feud thing that we played. At Pork Fest. I didn't know that everything was going to be so. I thought it was going to be like basic trivia or fun trivia.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was going to be.
Yeah, and I've watched regular Family Feud, but some of them were very specific. Like, I don't even know what was name the breweries in. I was like, I can think of one. I don't know any of this, and I can't even like come up with it because I don't know.
Yeah, I was the same way. I thought it would be like more general. I guess. I didn't know how they put the whole thing together. It shows how much preparation I put into that entire thing.
So apparently, before the event, they send out a questionnaire to a bunch of people. So some people told me that they got there and I wanted to cheat, and I was saying, what were the questions? And no one tell me any questions. Or they were just trying to, oh, come on, just tell me one question.
But no one would, huh?
I thought the questions were kind of like, they were like, what book changed your life?
Yeah, they were a bit subjective, were they not?
And it's like, what book changed my life? I mean, I was like, I don't know, Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy, but like, how many people are going to say that, you know?
Exactly.
I mean, so it's not like, you know, what 10 things, you know, what are the things you hate about housework? The top 10 things you hate about. I mean, it wasn't like anything like that everybody would have like a general answer to. It was like these questions that people could have a billion different answers to.
You're so exactly right.
So like the majority might have been that 2 people said the same freaking book.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Ruby, yeah, exactly, Ruby. Like, you know, on that book question, the way it should have been phrased is, what book is most likely to be found on the shelf of a liberty lover, or something like that, you know, more general.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. But not like what book changed your life. I mean, Brave New World. I don't know. Like, what are you asking me? Rape Robberies and Fahrenheit 451?
Right.
Like, I don't know. But like, that's like, I could name like 10 of my own, and I can't imagine that the book that changed my life also changed yours.
What they should have said was, what was the top-selling books of all time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. That would have been more objective, but no, it was just too up in the air.
I feel like Ruby's answers would have been more on target. I was thinking, like, this is a libertarian anarchist crowd. I'm going to say, like, a Rothbard book. And it was like, nope. And I was like, so, not all liberty books. They're just general.
I believe the question you guys are referring to, that's when I was like, The Most Dangerous Superstition by Larkin
Rose.
You know, like, I feel like that's been a very predominant book in our little niche. And then the number one answer was the Holy Bible. And so,
yeah,
our buddy Daryl, he even said the Quran, and I was kind of looking at him afterwards, and I was like, damn, I wish you would have got the Bible at that point in time. You had to be like that counterculture at that moment and going with the Quran.
If you're going to go with the Bible or the Quran, shouldn't it have been the Torah? Because really it started it all.
It's a good point. Very good point.
See, there you go.
Just like that was what started it, was the Torah. It wasn't the Bible or the Quran.
Stupid Lutherans.
Yeah, I hope if they do that again next year at PorkFest 2015, I hope they make some alterations and changes to that. Cause
I think Annie and I are going to switch up teams a little bit. Maybe we'll have to get Ruby and Nick on board.
Nice. Good idea.
Or you'll actually have to, participate in the questionnaire so that you know what might be on it.
That's true, too.
I don't know why they didn't make it more like answered this questionnaire. I mean, because you could only answer it once. I tried to like do it twice, and it was like, you've already answered these.
Oh, so did you get to take the survey?
Yeah.
So you knew it and you didn't tell me any
Ruby,
questions.
what the fuck? We could have totally used you.
It's not like they tell you the answers to it. I mean, it's not like they're like, you know.
You could have let us know what some of the questions were. That would have been fair.
Well, it was on exactly my point. They should have like said to everybody and like, this is.
I'm getting there.
Answer these. I mean, they have everybody's email from when you register for PorkFest. Why don't they send them to every person's email?
Yeah, exactly. And then everybody has an equal opportunity to answer. You get a much better, broader spectrum of answers, and then everybody's on an equal playing field.
You like actually know what the questions might be. I'm sure they didn't ask you all 100. I think it was like 100 or 150 questions they asked us. I'm sure they didn't ask you that many questions. So you would at least have some kind of idea of what the question was, whether your answer was the right one or not. You know?
Yeah, it's very true.
All right, guys. This is not a democracy, so I'll pick whatever the fuck I want if I don't like your answers.
It works for me.
But do you guys want movies, television? I guess we're not going to. We should just totally avoid sports.
Yes.
Yes.
All of them.
Okay. I'll tell you with movies. I told you this is not a democracy. So. All right. Let's see. Oh fuck! Wait, all right. We're gonna do 90s movies.
90s movies, okay.
All right. So I've got 15 questions, y'all. All right.
Why don't you do one and like do them from all different quizzes? That way we don't have to answer 15 questions about 90s movies.
Do you want to hop in the control booth here and do the whole fucking thing, or just let me kind of roll through this? Okay. So, question number 1. All right. So it looks like this might be a quote. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, we're experimenting here, guys. We're gonna have some fun. All right.
Free form.
All right, so this looks like a quote. You were never there for me, were you, Mother? I expected Mike and Carol I guess that's Brady, to raise. I'm the son of Claire Huxtable. I am a lost Cunningham. Was that from A, Greedy, B, UHF, C, the cable guy, or D, Airheads? I already know what this one is.
Boy.
Mark me down.
I'm not sure.
Ruby's got it.
She got it? Okay.
No. I'm just saying, I think that sure, so.
I think it is. Yeah, I think that is it.
I guess I'll go with C too.
This is not a competition. We're just having fun here. I guess so. Maybe we should just make this. Whoever picks the right answer first wins. Okay.
Maybe we need a buzzer. Beep beep. And then you.
Whoever knows it, mute everybody else. All right. So it's B. Do you? Okay. So.
Jeff.
That was this weird Ali Yankovic movie thing. Was that Weird Ali Yankovic?
Yeah, UHF.
UHF, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, but no, this was the cable guy. I remember the scene distinctly. Fucking what's his face? Hates guns. Canadian Jim was out, and he was like, "You're my mother." Okay, so this is how we're gonna have to do it. There's just a question.
What if you don't know the answer?
Question number 2.
Oh, I know this one.
See,
okay,
you have to look away from the screen.
Okay, fine.
I'm turning this.
Unfair advantage.
All
right. See, we'll vote.
Yeah.
We're adding a little something to this month's sales contest. As you all know, first prize is a Cadillac Eldorado. Anybody want to see second prize? holds up prize. Second prize is a set of steak knives. Third prize is you're fired. Answer 1, or A, whoever's keeping score here. Glengarry Glenn Ross? What is his name?
Glengarry Glenn Ross.
Glengarry Glenn Ross. B, A Simple Man. 3, 10 Men. And 5, The Rainmaker.
Did you just say A, B, 3, and 5?
I haven't got a fucking clue, so I'm going to go with 10 Men. C. Brian says Gary Glenn Ross.
Yeah.
Ruby says C. 10
I'm
Men.
also putting my vote for A.
Okay. So, I don't know. Ruby seemed pretty sure it was 10 Men as well.
No, I have no
Probably
idea.
not, is it?
I'm like 90% sure.
I was gonna say the Rainmaker just because that was a cool flick. Okay, so all right, Mark. Okay, so maybe I'll tell you what. We all get points for number 1 except for Chris. And
You didn't answer?
no, Chris
Oh.
answered incorrectly.
Okay.
It's okay, Chris. We still love you.
But you and Annie didn't answer at all.
Okay, so yeah, no, I totally, Ruby, you and I fucked up number 2 completely, but obviously we haven't seen Glengarry.
All right, so me and Brian for 2.
Yeah.
So you're an Italian. You're
Yeah,
an Italian.
Italian.
All right, cool. All right, so
And I've never seen Glengarry Glenn Ross. I just based it upon knowing what the context of the film is, and it sounded like something that would fit within the context of the film.
Okay, but hey, that counts. You got the answer right.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna all get this one right, so I'm gonna not sing this. Fat guy in a little coat.
Yes.
Billy Madison, The Wedding Singer, Black Sheep, or Tommy Boy?
I actually
C.
don't know.
I'm going C. The third one, I'm going with Black Sheep.
See,
Fuck, it's Tommy Boy. No, it's it's Black Sheep.
Is it Black
It's
Sheep?
Tommy Boy. No, D.
Is it Tommy Boy?
It's D.
I don't know, Brian.
I don't know one of those movies from each other.
Brian and Ruby disagree. Chris Bennett says D also.
I'm going with D.
Which is Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy.
I think it
Which one
was
was
Tommy
Black
Boy.
Sheep?
Fuck, it's Black Sheep, isn't it?
Is it Black
All right.
Sheep?
I can't remember because
God, I don't know.
It's Tommy Boy. It's Tommy Boy. It's Tommy Boy. It's Tommy Boy.
They brought
I'm
it
going with D.
together. Which one?
All right.
Like, which one was Black
Black
Sheep?
Sheep
Which one was Tommy Boy?
We have to wait until we have to see the answer.
All right, so 2 is marked. 3 is, and I'm not tallying that yet. Okay.
Yeah, but we have to mark our answers. So you guys got to pick. All right, I'm going with Tommy Boy for question 3.
I am too.
So Garrett, Brian, and Chris.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna need
See, I don't know. I was debating it. I thought it was Tommy Boy, but then I thought it was Black Sheep because he was the black
You
sheep
gotta
of the
pick.
family.
You got to pick. We're moving on.
Oh my God!
The pressure is on Ruby.
God. Okay,
C
no, I
or
really
D?
think it's Tommy Boy. Sorry, I'm changing my answer.
All right, so Ruby's going Tommy Boy too. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
pretty
answering
sure.
because I really don't know.
Okay. You might want to just go ahead and pick one.
I feel like that's not
So you're just
honest of me to
you're-
just go with what everybody else says, even though I really didn't know it.
This is a competition. There's
Fine.
honesty
All
does
right,
not matter.
put me down for Tommy Boy.
There we go.
Yeah, go with Tommy Boy.
All right. Number
Smart
4.
move.
All right, so it looks like these are all quotes, guys, just for the record. Number 4. I'm not kidding. That boy's head is like Sputnik. Spherical but quite pointy at parts. That was offsides now. That was offsides now, wasn't it? He'll be crying himself to sleep tonight on his huge pillow. Okay. Let me read that one more time just for the folks at home that are playing along. I'm not kidding. That boy's head is like Sputnik. Spherical but quite pointy at parts. A. Now that was offsides, now wasn't it? He'll be crying himself to sleep tonight on his huge pillow. Was it A. Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery? B. Gross Point Blank? E. So I married an axe murderer? Or D. Liar Liar?
Oh wow.
I've never seen.
I'm going with A. Austin Powers. She thinks it's So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Which I've never seen. But.
Okay.
I saw it one time. I was very wasted.
Really?
Yeah. Shocker.
Woo!
Alright, so we got...
This was the 90s after all.
Alright, so we got... Are these your guys' things here? C for Ruby, D for Chris, and C for Brian.
That's my final answer.
I have no idea.
And just,
What did Garrett say?
just for good measure, I'm going to put A. I think it was Austin Powers. Alright. Moving along here. So I guess the whole point of this website is you're supposed to click on what you think it was, and then it'll. So we'll see here. All right, number 5, character 1. There's 2 characters in this quote. Character 1, but it's an endangered species. Character 2, not anymore. It's in New Jersey. It's fine. So, was it A. a Bronx Tale, B. albino alligator, C. The Freshman, or D. Casino? I'm going with D. Casino.
I'm gonna go with a Bronx Tale, maybe, or albino alligator. I've never seen that, but it sounds like it could work. Quote.
What the hell is albino alligator?
Brian, did you get yours in?
I did.
You
I
say
got.
A? You said
said
A?
A.
Okay.
Bronx Tale.
That's a Bronx Tale.
I'm gonna go Bronx Tale also.
Okay. Alright. 6. I can go now. Just needed to do a couple of things. I needed to help someone. I think I did. And I needed to tell you something. You were never second, ever. Is that A, Total, B, The Sixth Sense, C, Analyze This, or D, True Crime?
Can you repeat the quote because you broke up?
I think I can go now. Just needed to do a couple of things. I needed to help someone. I think I did. And I needed to tell you something. You were never second, Ruby, ever. I love you.
Can you repeat the A, B, C, D just for me? So
A, Total Recall. B, The Sixth Sense. C, Analyze This. Or D, True Crime. I'm going with B. It's my official answer.
I'm going with C.
I'm going with B also. So me and Garrett say Sixth Sense. You guys say Analyze.
Chris, was that your C?
Yep.
Alright, 7. Moving along. We're halfway there, guys. Alright, number 7. Okay.
Do we have to do this whole thing?
You're not having any
I think
fun
we
anymore?
should move on to more diverse questions.
Fucking
like other categories.
Jesus Christ.
Here we go again.
We're going to switch seats.
All right.
In like 3 seconds, we're switching seats.
Gonna get ugly.
What the hell is that number on the back of your head? What is that? Like a license plate in case someone tries to steal it? A, the last Boy Scout. B, the specialist. C, do the right thing. Or D, last action hero.
God damn, I have no idea.
So I'm going to go with D.
Go
Looks
with
like
A.
Brian says A. Ruby says C. Chris says A. D. A, what's your pick? The points.
C.
This is
I'll
like
just be different.
this is like whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter.
Did you go with B, Garrett?
I went with D. As in last action.
I said I want to go C.
You want C? A says C. I'm putting this all in chat for sure. All right, 8. This will be a good one. I know you guys have seen these movies. Character 1. All right, this is a dual character thing. Character 1. Were you ever engaged in any
Sadomasochistic.
Sadomasochistic. See, they don't spell it like it sounds. Character 1. Were you ever engaged in any sadomastic activity? Character 2. Exactly what did you have in mind, Mr. Carielli? And so I know it's not the 2 movies I thought. All right, so was it A, The Unusual Suspects? The Usual Suspects. Like I said, I put drinking. A, The Usual Suspects. B, Fight Club. C, 7 with there. Or D, Basic Instinct. I'm gonna go with A.
Me too.
Okay, thanks. All right, Brian, I'm glad you're with me.
I'm go
with you on this one all the way.
Annie's going with 7.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Me
neither.
either.
7?
Maybe I have. I don't
Brian,
know.
you've never seen 7? I'm about to fire it up right now so we can all sit together and watch it.
Oh God, no! I'll in a second.
Oh, it's such a it's Brad Pitt at his finest. All right, question 9. I gave you a cop, you blew it. Was that A, Reservoir Dogs, B, Copland, C, Heat, or D, One Good Cop? All cop movies, by the way.
Can you repeat the quote? You broke up on me.
The quote was, for Ruby, my dear, I gave you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it. Was it A, Reservoir Dogs, B, Copland, C, Heat, or D, One Good Cop? I can see why Annie wants a better topic.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know any movies from the 90s.
I do, but I was wasted when I saw them all.
I'm gonna go with C also.
That's like me. That's like me and watching The Wall. I've never seen Pink Floyd The Wall sober.
Right. So,
Movie.
Here's the rest of these questions kind of suck, so I'm going to give everybody the option to roll with it or get the answers. Should we get the answers? What we get? That was 10.
Answers.
Get the answers.
All right. Well, all right. Then just for good measure, let's do number 10, and then I'll get the answers.
Okay. Sounds good.
Number 10 is I'm offering you my mind, and you're offering me semantics.
I feel like you misread that. I'm offering you. Oh, you're offering me semantics.
One and the same. So. So what
his mind is not in the gutter.
Why don't you quote it then?
I'm offering you my body. You're offering me semantics.
Was it A, Leaving Las Vegas, B, Clerks, 3, Eyes Wide Shut, or D, 54? The number 54. I'm gonna go with Leaving Las Vegas. I'm a big Nicolas Cage fan. All right, I'm gonna get the answers, guys. I'm
gonna go with Eyes Wide Shut too.
That sounds like it was from Eyes Wide Shut. That horrible movie.
You know, they needed more titties. Brian, all they needed was more titties. All right, here we go. So, Annie, you can try and tally the results.
I got it. I got all the results. Yeah.
You think you got this? All right. So number 1, hear from me where you expected Mike and Carol Brady to raise me. Blah, 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 blah. It was fucking the cable guy, bitches.
Okay.
Let her see. I told you.
Yep.
we're adding a little something to this month's sales contest. All you need to know is the first prize is a Cadillac Escalade. Anybody who has second prize holds up prize, stick and knives. Third prize is you're fired. The answer was Glenn Greenwald.
Yeah, Glenn Greenwald for the win. Woo! Yeah, Glenn Greenwald.
So, you guys, I know you're going to be thrilled about this next one. Who didn't put D?
We all did. We all ended up converting to Tommy Boy.
All right. Three was Tommy Boy. Fat guy in a little coat. It was right after he got caught masturbating to the chick that was skinny dipping into the pool. So
that's right.
All right. This next one, nobody really knew what was going on for the next X.
So Ruby, Brian, I go.
Okay. Sorry, Chris. We fail. Number 5 was character 1, but Brian, thanks for bringing out the.
This is the one about the endangered species being in New Jersey, and let's pick this answer.
The freshman was the answer for the Jersey one.
So we all fail number 5.
We all missed number 5. All right. Number 6. I think you can go now. Blah, 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 blah. The answer was The Sixth Sense.
You were never
I
second,
think I nailed.
ever. Me and Garrett both got that.
Number 7 was, what the hell is that number on the back? What is that? Like a license plate in case someone tries to steal it? The correct answer was The Last Boy Scout, which I don't think anybody got.
Nope, Brian and Chris got that
Brian
one.
and Chris got it. Good form. Good form.
Brian are top 5 right now.
Okay. Glad you're keeping score.
I am.
All right. 8 was another 2-character one. Blah 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 with that sadomasochist word activity. Character 2 said, exactly what did you have in mind, Mr. Corielli? The correct answer was Basic Instinct.
Chris and Ruby got that one.
D. Okay. All right. Number 9 was, I gave you a chance to be a cop and you blew it. That was from Copland.
That was Ruby got
answer
that one.
B.
I guess. I completely like cop. I'll just cop something.
Coming up in the ranks. She might be tied with you and Brian now.
She is, and well.
So number 10. This is the last one here. I don't think any of us got this one.
Nope.
I'm offering you my body, and you're offering me semantics. That was from Clerks.
Wow.
Us got that, and that's me with 5, Brian with Ruby with 5.
Chris, you and I both had 3.
So
we need to pick a better topic.
So what was the score again?
Me, Brian, 5 each. Garrett and Chris had 3.
So there was like a 3-way tie. We definitely have to break that.
Yeah.
There's a 3-way tie for the lead, and then in place with me and Chris having 3 each. We can go to sports if you guys want to.
No.
No.
Since I'm outnumbered, that's the only thing I really know.
I'll tell you what. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I just need to look at my phone. I bookmarked another one that was better. It looked like it had better stuff. It's trivia champ deck. Okay.
No.
We're doing a trivia game.
Hey, well, they won't be able to see what quiz I.
Do you want to be on it?
Is that a good Nick Barney?
He's still working. I guess he just got low.
Fuck you guys. I'm hiding over here.
Like, It's like I'm just gonna sit here and drink.
What's up?
What's up, Nick?
Hi, Nick.
Nick.
Nickelodeon. Did everybody just hear that?
I feel like we should be watching Nick now. Yeah, oh yeah.
And if Nick and Ruby had a little one, he'd be Nick Jr.
Oh!
I feel like both of you guys think that's a lot funnier. Garrett and Chris are like cracking.
It was the sound effect. Comedy. Chris, Brian, no.
Man, and I haven't had that much to drink yet,
All right.
so I'm gonna keep drinking. Shit.
I need to beer because I'm going to get a call when this shit doesn't work and they're testing. I can't.
Oh.
Is there anything you want me to
You're so much fun when you're sober, Nick.
No, it's not.
He said, "Beer me, damn it, beer me."
All right, let's see. Here we go into our sets.
We'll open a different one.
Okay, let me get my bell queued up again.
See, Brian, this is what you miss for being on the Corey Morris show.
I know!
Honestly-
This is so much more fun. Corey never lets me like bring along my little sound effect board.
Yeah, I wonder why, because I can't communicate with the host right now. All right, here's the deal. Since I are bringing up the rear here in the points section, yeah, I like fun. I was looking at fun facts and thinking that would be good, but I want to hear what Chris wants to do. See, we could do 70s songs, artist matchup quiz.
70 songs would be excellent.
Could
But,
you please?
yeah,
No,
I don't know if you youngins could handle it.
How about
Oh, I could.
2014 pop culture trivia?
Brian, Brian, you're a bing getting just FY hold on the sound effects for a
shit.
moment.
Well, I don't know why it's doing that. It's going off by itself, man. It's crazy. I'm not even touching it. Look, here are my hands. So I had
I
to
thought
kill
you
that
had a
spot on
real
my...
bell.
Well,
No, it's on my phone, and I have it running through my soundboard.
Quit rubbing your dick across your phone, and maybe it'll stop.
Hey guys, I'm opening a new beer. Can we go back to the beer and bullshit show for a second?
Yeah, we can bullshit. Or beer me.
What do you get?
I've got a Firestone Opal Dry Hopped Saison by Firestone Walker Brewing Company.
Mm.
I like Saison.
That looks delightful.
General knowledge. Science?
So, smells good.
Mm.
It looks nice.
Where'd you say that?
Second from
Second from where?
That is delicious.
I'm gonna try. I got it for
It's
you.
really good. Nick got it for me. Can y'all see him? I don't know what kind of shot y'all are getting. Can you see us both?
Yeah, it's a perfect shot.
We can see.
See, that makes me want to do fun facts.
That's
All right, Chris,
that's
this
really
is up to you. Go on, Reapy. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying it's a really good saison. So Firestone Opal, if you like saisons, it's really tasty.
I'm not entirely sure what a saison is. Foil that was once over the cap.
Saison means seasonal, so it's usually only done like once a year.
It's synonymous with farmhouse ale.
Farmhouse ale.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see,
so
I was going the opposite direction, thinking champagne because it has foil over the top.
You're like, this has got to be fancy.
It's got to be fancy beer.
Well, I think they are kind of fancy, meaning like they're only done once a year, so it's not something that they do all year round. It's like with whatever in season, so that's why it's called saison, which means season. It's a seasonal beer.
What's it like? Like, what's the flavor of it like?
It's beery.
Beery?
It's really light. It feels like it has like almost like champagne bubbles in it. Like
sometimes it uses.
Yeah, it's like a really like fizzy on your tongue. It's not too tart. It's not too sour.
No malt.
It doesn't taste like malt. It doesn't taste bready though, so it doesn't taste like it has wheat in it either.
That's the malt. So.
It's delicious.
Enjoy that. That sounds really good.
It is really good.
Plus, it's hoppy. It's got some. Because it's dry hops. It's not overly hoppy at all.
Yeah, it's not. It's not like really bitter like an IPA is.
Right.
It's just. It's really good. I've never had it, so I'm excited that I found something else I like a lot. That's nice.
Very nice. Yeah, that sounds like something I could get into. I'm not an IPA guy at all. I just find that way too bitter for my taste.
You'd like farmhouses. I like farmhouses, and Belgian ales are probably my favorites. I like IPAs, but farmhouse and Belgian ales, and I had a Nick and I went to we went to this like spring festival they have downtown, but it was really just an excuse to go to a bar and drink because it was hot. And so we like walked over and we were like, "Fuck this, we're going to the bar." And so we went to the bar, and I had a cider that was actually a peach. Was it peach cider? It was a peach cider, and it was made with champagne yeast. And it was one of the most interesting, best ciders I've ever had. It was not too sweet, which is one of my complaints with ciders, is that sometimes they're like entirely too sweet.
Yeah, and, I agree.
And it had this beautiful, delicate little bubbles on your tongue. It was really delicious. It was quite awesome. I also had a thing called a zombie killer mead while I was there, and that was, oh my god. In the glass it was pink. It was pink, and I have no idea why. And
Sizer, cherry Sizer.
Cherry Sizer, I don't know, but it was a mead, and it was freaking delicious. And it was also like 9 ABV or something. I don't know. It was fun. Oh, kitty!
Oh, there is a kitty.
Hey, hi, guys. Why the fuck did you wake me up from my nap?
Yeah. I started listening to this Freedom Fiends stuff.
Oh, yeah, the show that's been around for years. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had time to much of anything, but I've had time at work, and I don't get the worms and the meows. I don't get it. What is it?
Meows is just
they
awkward
love
to me.
Meow.
I don't like doing the meows all the time. I actually get my arm twisted into that. Like, I'd much rather have more intricate intros into that show and outros and stuff rather than just saying meow. But worms, I do know the orient of that. And it basically is just a twist off of word, brother. Word to your mother. My word is bond, sort of thing. Some guy that Michael Dean and Nima Vedati used to know said worms instead of, just kind of stuck with those guys. And so then, like, we found out that we could say stuff like mealworms, fishing bait, and like we just found a lot of different ways to play off of the word worms. And so if you ever hear us say the term word, that means we've been infiltrated.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So we will never say word on air unless somebody is standing behind our heads with with guns and stuff. Brian Hagen, have you met our kitty? You haven't met Izzy yet, have you? Look at her.
No, I have not.
Meow.
Meow.
Look at
So adorable.
Look at my rear end.
Oh, kitty butt.
She likes your bosom.
So cute.
Yeah, she is a sweetheart. She's like 3.5, I think. So she's
she looks really well back there.
all up on her bullshit. No, she's just sleepy. She's a fucking nutcase.
Did she really?
Yes. She will climb up anything. She will chew on anything that dangles. It's ridiculous. I've had to saran wrap off my little machine back here just so that she won't touch it.
And tear it to pieces.
Yeah. Like, the other night, I was working on my rep wrap, and I was getting ready to plug in the power to the thing from, the 240 volts converted down to 12 volts or whatever. And I was like, I should probably get Kitty out of the room so that she doesn't get electrocuted by playing with wires. But then I was like, well, maybe this will teach her a lesson. And then I was like, well, maybe it'll kill her. And then I was like, but if she survives, she'll learn a valuable lesson not to fuck with my shit.
Right.
So I just decided to go ahead and kick her out of the room and it's better to be safe than dead.
Right, exactly. But you were working off of the same idea I have when when there are kids around and they're playing with a light socket and I give them a fork. I think it'll be a good learning experience, for them. They'll never do it again.
Yeah, that's highly doubtful.
Have you ever wondered how electricity works on the human body?
Here's a fork. Find out.
So I actually saw a 2-year-old get blown 5 feet across the room one time by sticking her mother's keys into the electrical socket.
Oh,
and
Lord.
Yeah, she totally did, and she was fine, but she did get blown 5 feet backward, and she was like, "Wah!" And it was like, wow,
oh, yeah.
That just happened.
I bet she never, ever, ever did that again.
Probably she did the next week sometime.
No. That's probably true. Knowing how kids are.
Well, I mean, it shocked the memory out of her. She was just like, why the hell am I 5 feet away from that?
To me.
That's horrible. She just has to keep redoing it over and over and over and never remembers the repercussion. Oh, what an existential nightmare that is.
It's like Groundhog's Day.
It is. That's what I was thinking.
Don't use big words like existential, Brian. What the fuck?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that fucking suck. That's what I meant to say.
Oh my god, I would have done so many better things than Bill Murray if that had happened to me. Fuck killing myself in buddies on railroad tracks. I would have done much better. Like, how fast can I get over to Vegas or something? It never would have occurred to me that Burnett. It's not even that cute. So hey guys. Speaking of 90s movies,
yeah,
that me and Chris just really failed at. I think I got some better topics for you guys.
Yay!
Yeah, I want to leave it primarily up to Chris. Annie, I think we might be able to get her to score keep for one more round, maybe.
Yes.
If she agrees to our topic.
Are we adding on? Are we starting with a blank slate?
I don't know.
I think I
don't know how we should
have another player.
Let's start new.
Okay, we're gonna start anew. We'll call this round 2. So, what the fuck ever.
Let's vote on our topics.
Voting is violence.
We do have another player now too. You're right. All right, so just real quick, guys. I got 4 different topics that I think you're all gonna like. Oh no, we're pop culture. Screwed. All right, so said, topic number 1 is 2014 pop culture trivia. Topic number 2 is science trivia. Which I really like to get into maybe with some of my male after you go to
What the fuck
bed.
is that supposed to mean?
Because you don't like science.
Science trivia?
Or at least you don't get it. And then...
That's science trivia? I didn't
I'm
even
just
hear
kidding.
the topic.
The other one was...
I want to see you science trivia thing now to prove how smart you are.
You want to see it now? I didn't say I was smart. I just said...
You get science. You don't get science.
Sweetheart,
you are a girl.
You've been twisting my arm to do... It was science trivia, yes, and she calls me a genius when none of you guys are around. But now she's been twisting my arm to do fun facts. Okay.
No, I want to do 2014 pop culture, but fun facts is a good one too. Yeah, let's sit here and quiz each other on the periodic table. That's gaming.
Sweetheart, I've got a periodic table for your...
I don't know science trivia is probably anything.
We normally don't bicker like this. She's scorekeep. So to reiterate, because I didn't even get to the other one, Annie. So and we missed. Okay, fuck music. All right, we got 2014 pop culture. We've got... Jesus Christ. Can I roll through the 4 topics real quick and then we can all vote? 14 pop culture. Say again. What'd you say? Was that not Ruby? Okay. So 2014 pop culture, general knowledge, which I think is a good one for us guys. And then there's science trivia, which we're not going to do now. We're not going to do that now. So there's only 3 of them. 2014 pop culture, general knowledge, or fun facts trivia.
Can you hear us?
Go. I don't care. I'll start with any one of these. I'm kind of rooting for fun facts or general knowledge. Brian, I know you want 2014 pop culture because it might mention Tay-Tay.
Look,
or
it's making green, but nobody's responding to anything we say.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Oh, we're plugging in mics now. Okay.
Well, nobody's been able to hear us for 5 minutes, so we're just like...
There you are. Now I hear you.
Like,
yes, Satan. We can hear you.
yeah, I haven't. We've been trying to talk, but nobody's.
No, we hear you, Nick and Ruby.
We hear Nick and Ruby, everything that you guys are saying.
Okay.
Oh, because you're way behind. Yeah, there's a serious lag there.
Something.
Well, here's what you guys need to do. Disconnect from the call real quick and call right back in, and it'll pick up your audio stuff. And then. I thought they heard me say that. Yeah, just disconnect real quick and call back in, and you'll be good. That's what happens when you add
Maybe
a mic.
say it in the chat.
Good call, babe.
We can hear you, so do you know how to disconnect and get back in?
I don't know how to disconnect.
Oh, they left. They disconnected.
They did it. They got it.
Faster than I could type. All right, so since nobody else is here, guys. Okay, so now we're hearing them figuring out how to disconnect. Now they're coming back. All right, cool. Now we should be good to go.
I think their audio was so delayed that we were hearing what they said before they disconnected.
Yeah. I think what happened was they plugged in a microphone that they could both use, and then it screwed up some codec where I don't know. I'm not a technology guy.
It's science.
So hey, welcome back, guys. Hear us?
Hi. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Yes,
Perfect.
and I saw your lips moving as you were saying that. Yes. Okay. Good. You're back on keel. All right. So good. Just in time to decide between 2014 pop culture, general knowledge or fun facts? What do you guys want to do? I
General
like
knowledge.
knowledge too. Chris?
General knowledge.
All right, so that's 3 for general knowledge right there.
Yeah,
so,
I'm for general knowledge.
All right,
All right,
so it
let's
looks
do
like
it.
we're going general. All right, good.
And then corporal punishment.
I'll take whips and chains, Alex, for 1,000.
James it is.
I seriously am debating starting a fucking trivia show. This could be fun. All right.
You gotta make sure you have a bell.
Up top, you gotta go to the red button.
General knowledge trivia quiz E76. Continue. This website is horrible, but okay. So oh man, this whole thing is timed. Like, what is this? Okay. All right. This is gonna be tricky. We got 160 seconds now. Held. What the fuck is that word? Biennial.
Biennial.
Biennially.
With an E. Held biennially in odd-numbered years. In which sport is the Walker Cup contested? 1. Sailing. 2. Golf. 3. Tennis. Put your answers in the chat. Fuck. Biennially in numbered years.
Biennial. That's such a tough word.
That's what I was
Biennial. What the fuck does biennial mean?
I could have told you like 3 weeks ago, and now I can't remember.
Every other year in the odd years.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A2. And he's going with golf. Okay. So
Wait, we need to wait for.
I guess I gotta.
Oh, we got.
No,
Brian.
I guess I gotta pick something to go to the next one.
Yeah, just
All
pick any
so
of them.
that's why this website sucks.
But just pick it, and it'll tell us which is right, and then we can score.
Golf is right.
It is golf.
Annie,
So
I believe, is the
I'm
only
the
one
only
who
one.
got it. Annie got it.
Good job.
Annie got it.
No, I got it too.
Yeah,
Oh, Chris got
Chris
B
said
too.
Yeah,
B.
Chris got it.
B,
All right, good.
B counts as 2. Which American-based hip-hop group consists of rappers will.i.am, Apple de Ep, and a named. Okay.
I go with 3.
All right. So hang on a second, though. They don't see
Sorry.
the answer. All right.
Sorry.
You're done looking at the
Okay,
monitor
I'm
again.
sorry.
Number 1, Sugar Hill Gang. Number 2, Wu-Tang Clan. Number 3, Black. Which American hip-hop group consists of rapper will.i.am, blah 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 blah, Taboo, and the singer? My answer is number 3. What's your answer? Ben?
3.
Okay.
All right, so we all got it right.
We think we all got it right. Did everybody say 3? Fuck
Yep.
you guys. Y'all don't know nothing about the Black Eyed Peas. The Black Eyed Peas won 3 Grammy Awards at the 52nd Grammy Awards ceremony. The world's largest volcano is in Hawaii, where famous coffee is grown in rich volcanic soils. What is it named? 1. Fuck, how am I supposed to say this? Kalawea?
Callaway.
Number 2, maybe I should just share the screen.
Number 2. Oh yeah, we can share the
I
screen.
wanna
That's a
share
great
the-
idea.
Well, can you do the other one?
Yes.
Kilauea.
I'm sharing Ruby and Nick. Oh, we got tunnel vision. Okay, that's not. That's
And
not-
it knocked you off your quiz.
Oh, fuck this! Fuck this website. Fuck this website.
No, these were good questions.
No, this is fail. This is fail. These aren't the way they do it.
Okay.
We're going back, guys. I want everybody to take a big, deep swig of their drink. Everybody take a big, calming breath. In through the mouth.
Okay.
See, I say in through the mouth and then I breathe through my nose. So I'm gonna.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Is that the way it goes? I've been doing it backwards this whole time?
Yeah, in through the nose, out through the mouth.
Well,
all right, so I like this other website better.
Well,
Chris, go
I
on.
just wanted to share. I'm drinking.
There we go.
Oh, you want to talk about beer?
Yeah, might as well. I'm drinking the Amstel Radler.
I've never even seen that before. Is it good?
Oh, it's delicious. It's almost like drinking lemonade.
Tasty.
All right. I just found an easy general knowledge one for us on the other website that doesn't time it all and do all this other bullshit. So, Brian and Hagen, that was a perfect timing thing there. I'm going to share the quiz with everybody. Can you guys see this?
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Here, I'll ring a bell for you.
All right, so here we go. Here we go. I wish we could put our faces in like a
That's okay.
like a picture in picture.
That would be kind of neat.
All right, so I'm going to keep
that guy almost looks like Jeffrey Tucker.
Yeah, he does.
He shaves without shaving cream.
Yeah, no shaving cream. I hate shaving cream.
So, guys, please don't get ahead of me and look at the question for number 2. I'm going to make sure I try and scroll. Oh, you know what I can do? I can go like that. Yeah, bitches. All right, so number 1. Complete the following Mark Twain quote. Go to heaven for the climate, hell for the blank. Food, fun, company, or music? I'm gonna go with C. All right, it looks like. All right, we both went with.
Everyone went with 3 or C, whatever it is.
You guys don't have to type the answer. Just go with a number.
There's not a number next to it. The number next to it is question 1.
I mean, you do know the alphabet from A to D and the number system from 1 to 4.
Are you sure about that? Oh no.
So
my name's James.
Why do I feel like we all got this one wrong?
Okay, so why don't you, as you go, click on the one that most people picked, so we can at least go through it quickly.
Sure. Okay. And he's in a hurry. We got. Okay, that's right. It's 5 minutes of.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
What is the letter that does not appear in the name of a U.S. state? Shit.
I'm going to say D.
As in Q.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything with a.
I'm gonna go with B.
I'm
feeling B. I'm going with a 2 or a B.
A B.
Because there's no X's anywhere.
Did everybody?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everybody in there.
Think of Texas.
Texas.
No, you can't change it now, Chris.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
That is true.
Chris, I don't like winning games.
Or New Mexico.
Alright. I mean, you guys can all fuck off and die. But, alright, what hand did Wild Bill
Fuck, how am I
have when he would... You got something to say? I didn't even finish the fucking question. You got something to say? Okay. What poker hand did Wild Bill have when he was shot in the Deadwood Saloon? Full house, 2 pair, flush, 3 of a kind. I know that. I happen to know what he had.
I'm gonna go A.
It's a. Me too.
Wait, so
A says A.
I'm confused by
the dead
Ruby's
man's
answer. Okay, so
that's
Ruby.
because, like, I answered like for
For-
us at the for the last question.
So you guys say A?
Nick's answer.
Ruby, please explain your answer.
Okay, here is my answer to this question.
That doesn't help. Okay, maybe we've got confirmation that Ruby says A and Nick says A.
Okay.
Okay.
The R.
And he says A, I
Brian
say
and
A.
Chris say B.
Chris say B. Alright. What is the last word in the Declaration of Independence? Honor, fortunes, lives, republic. Fuck me running, I've never read it.
Oh boy. I used to carry it in my back pocket.
I'm going with C.
I gave up with that shit too.
Let's see. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm gonna go with D.
It sounds right to me.
Who cares? It's just a goddamn piece of paper.
Nick and Ruby and Brian. Okay, so I'm the only one who says C.
Where's E? Who fucking cares? Alright. Question number 5. What is Canada's most city? Montreal, Quebec City, Winnipeg, Toronto. I'm gonna go with Quebec. B.
So Garrett says B. I say D.
I'm going with
Everybody's
D.
saying Toronto. Okay. Chris is saying Montreal. A.
So Chris and Nick, Ruby, Brian, and I all say D.
Montreal's France. It doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What musicians composed the soundtracks for the movies Men in Black and Batman, among others? James Horner, Trevor Rabin, Danny Elfman, or Trent Reznor?
That would.
I'm gonna go with.
That
I'm
would
going
be.
with B. I said B before I looked at everybody's C.
Let's see.
Andy, what's your pick?
I'll go A just to be different.
Don't look at the chat. Look at the answers.
I am. I'm looking at them on this screen.
Oh, okay. All right.
Also, the way you cheat at 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon is Danny Elfman.
That's a good point. Danny Elfman usually ties it all right back together.
I've never heard of any of those names for Trent. So, okay. And I didn't pick him because I know it wasn't him. All
Danny Elfman was
in
originally with the band
1969, the
Oingo
Woodstock.
Everybody knows Trent Reznor.
No tangents. We're halfway there. In 1969, the Woodstock Festival was held where?
B.
I'm gonna go with B.
I'm gonna go with B too.
All I know was some guy's farm.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I got C and B. That C was supposed to be for the last one. I guess I forgot to hit enter.
Yeah, C was for the last one.
Do we have his confirmed answer?
Yep, I have everyone down for B.
Okay.
By the time
8.
we got
In
to
U.S. state was chocolate created? New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, or California?
B.
I'm pretty sure it was B.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
that
go
was
with B just because of Hershey.
Hershey.
Bingo.
Hershey milk chocolate, delicious treat.
Somehow I feel like we're all wrong and it was Jersey, but Hershey stole it.
I would know if Jersey had the first chocolate.
Nothing
Well, they just
ever
because-
been invented in New Jersey. In fact,
I was.
Strip clubs were invented in New Jersey.
Number 9.
There's so many goddamn.
I think the light bulb was invented in New Jersey, you assholes.
I think strip clubs date back to at
Those
least
were windshield wipers. Number 9. What animal
Annie
has
was
the
invented.
highest? What animal has the highest brain to body weight ratio? The ant, human, cat, dolphin. A ant for me.
Well, an ant's not an animal for one.
Brian, really?
So,
Really?
I got all mad
that statement?
I do.
We didn't call him a mammal. It's an animal.
so Ruby, Chris, and Brian all say D. I'm going to say C,
You guys are all gonna lose.
and Garrett went with A.
I was actually thinking highest weight to body ratio, but whatever. Number 10. In the first box of Crayola crayons introduced in 1903, how many colors were there? I'm going with D.
Let me think here.
Chris says C. Ruby says C.
I'm gonna go C also.
Chris says C. Okay. You guys are all gonna lose.
So Annie, Chris, Ryan,
right.
Ruby. Wait, Nick. Okay.
Number 11. Which of the following books was written by Dale Carnegie? How to influence people, sexual behavior in the human male, the 7 habits of highly effective people. Let me say that one more time just because I put a V there where there should be a B. The 7, the 7 habits of highly effective people. The owner.
I'm going to say A.
Got a fucking clue.
I couldn't remember if it's A or C, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna go with A. I just like the name of that first book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's A. Thanks.
Quick question. Who wrote them all?
Luckily, we don't keep score here on this game. Well,
Keeping score, man.
Alright, number 12. What is Genghis Khan's birth name? Oh, fuck, I know this one. C.
Thanks.
So Garrett says C, Brian says B.
I'm saying B.
They think I know.
Chris D. Got a diverse answering here. I'm gonna say just to, so we can round it out.
Get the full spread there.
So we're waiting for. Wait, so Nick said B.
You're waiting on me.
Okay.
Ruby, you can't. Okay, there
Ruby
you go.
says A.
She's back with you there. All right. Number 13. How many teams start out in the NCAA Division I championship tournament?
Good God.
I'm going with A.
I'm
Me
going
too.
with. I'm going with B.
There can't be 64 teams, but whatever. Okay.
Trust me, it's 65.
It's probably 64 or 65. Yeah, I bet. Okay.
Wait, hold on. We have. So Chris says C. Do we have Nick?
Nick, what's your answer? He said C.
No,
What's the last question?
Yeah, he did say C.
Okay. He's like, okay, whatever you guys say. I know, by the way.
Number. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow was written by
A.
Washington Irving.
Irving.
What did I say? Irving?
I'm going with A too, but okay.
I like to throw in extra people's names. I guess I'm gonna go with A because I haven't got a fucking clue.
Chris says A too. All right, so everyone says A.
All right, guys, we made it. We made it, guys. This is the last fucking question of this horrible game show.
This was good.
Oh wait. Okay, so all right. Which type of atom makes up about 90% of the universe?
I don't know.
I'm going with D. Carbon.
with A. So, Chris, was your answer D?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I can never tell if they're for this question or the last one.
It does. It's the last thing they posted when they don't answer into the microphone.
Well, sometimes they haven't posted yet.
All right, you guys. So we're there. All right, it's time to get the answer.
Yay!
I need a real special sound effect right now, Brian Hagen.
And a real special sound effect.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I get a fucking ding.
You get a
All
ding.
right. All right. Number one. I'm just gonna roll through the answers this time. I'm not gonna reread everything. So number one, the correct answer is company.
Company. We all said company. We all get 1 point.
We all rock.
Number two, the answer is Q.
So all of us except Garrett get 1 point.
Because I suck at
Answer the
life.
last questions.
I put your.
Hang on,
Can I
Nick,
put
what's
your
the last questions? Can you answer them real quick? So the last
Yeah.
two questions, the one was, who wrote Sleepy Hollow? I'm going to hide the screen. If somebody can read the answers to the last two questions.
All right.
Oh yeah, hide it.
Can
I
Nick see the screen?
He
No.
cannot see the screen.
Okay.
So the last two questions, one was
you know
like the Sleepy Hollow one, right?
Just scroll all the way down.
I don't like this. We're going last.
Okay.
Here, he can look at
He
this
can look now.
Okay. The
Sleepy
Legends of
Hollow was written by.
I don't know, D.
So worth it.
Okay. And which type of atom makes up about 90% of
A.
it? And so in
Okay.
A. All right, you got those, Annie?
Yep.
So
Okay.
number one was company, which we all got right. Number two was Q, except for my fucking face. Number three was two pair, which I don't think any of
So
us got.
Brian and Chris got that.
Yeah, I got it because that's called the dead man's hand, and that's why.
Yep.
Huh.
Spades, the ace of spades.
Aces and eights, yeah. Because nobody who knows how to play poker plays that hand. Okay. So number four, the correct answer was honor.
Nobody got that.
Thank God. You guys, I'm so proud to be here with you tonight. None of us got that right.
Like I
fuck
said,
the
it's a
Declaration of
goddamn piece of paper.
Independence. All right, number five.
So Nick, Ruby, Brian, and I.
Toronto was the answer?
Yeah.
Number six.
Brian.
Danny Elfman.
Yes.
Danny Elfman is number three. Nick, Ruby, Chris, and Brian.
I picked Trevor.
Oh, yeah.
I've always liked that name. Number seven. Okay, I think we all got this one. Okay. Number eight, Pennsylvania. I think we all got that one.
We all got that.
Okay. None of us got that one.
That was number 9. Nope, nobody got that.
No. Unbelievable.
All right.
I'm surprised Brian didn't put 3 for cat.
I thought about it.
Cat. I picked cat.
I thought about it.
Number 10 was
I'm
8.
kinda fat, and I-
Okay,
So-
you all got that except me. Fuck me running.
I knew that because Crayola back in the day reintroduced the original 8-pack.
Yeah, and they also have a white crayon. Number 11. How to win friends and influence people. Yes, I got that one
Did
there.
I not call it? I called it.
All right, this is one I'm really concerned about. What was Genghis Khan's birth name?
I don't think any of us got it right.
Oh, fuck, we.
No, 4. Chris got it.
Chris, good
Good
man.
job, Chris.
You've watched your Star Trek. All right, good man. 13. All right, this was 65. It was 65.
65. It's fucking 64.
You are wrong.
It's
All right, so Ruby, Chris, and Nick got that.
Son of a fuck.
This was written by this douchebag, Washington Irvine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So
I nailed it.
we all
I
got
remember having to read the book.
And the final question was, which type of atom makes up 90% of the universe? Hydrogen. I think Nick was the only one that got that.
No, Annie, Brian, Ruby, and Nick.
Fuck all you guys. I don't like this game.
So, we have another three-way tie, if you can believe it. Ruby,
three-way.
Chris, and Brian all got 11 right out of 15. That's pretty impressive.
Three-way.
Woo!
Yeah, the way I like it.
Ruby, Chris, and Brian.
Whose idea was it to play this bullshit?
It's not but bullshit.
never wanna-
It's not bullshit unless it's on the Beer and Bullshit show.
So, you guys want to play Wheel of Fortune? No.
Wheel of Misfortune? What?
Alright, so that experiment I never want to bring to the show ever again, because I apparently suck at trivia.
Hey, Garrett, you gotta suck at something.
We should do the science one, which you might not suck at. I don't know. But then people might be completely amazed at my brain power, which might be the entire universe.
Really, don't flatter yourself.
I would just like to say regarding science that the last question about which molecule makes up the most shit in the universe, I got it right and you did not. I just need to put that in. I'm better at science.
Yeah, I'd love the... It'd be better at looking at the most popular answer in the chat.
I wasn't. I picked up before anybody else did.
So, before we go off on some big tangent, I just want you to notice that I actually... If you'll notice, I have diagrams and everything. Like, I write down science. I actually do experiments and stuff. Probably subconsciously heard. More science there. More science there. Just touch me. Just touch me.
He's knocking shit over.
Thank you.
Science!
So, do me a favor, sweetheart. Go ahead and wire up the rest of my 3D printer over here. I want you to... Oh, you know what? You could start with returning my fucking driver.
I'm using it for a lot of projects.
Okay, well, see,
I'm screwing stuff.
The thing is, when you're not using it, you put it back into my toolkit, and then we're good.
You know what's awesome, Annie? Is that you have like your own toolkit, because like as a woman I found that having my own stuff was so much better than having to borrow the man.
I should get mine, I know.
She has a toolkit of one tool, and it's an electric sander.
What? I have a power tool. That's fucking badass. It's a sander, but it's still a power tool.
Hey, we're not talking about Garrett's penis, okay?
He calls it the power tool.
He calls it the power tool! Yeah!
I just wonder what goes on with the sander when I'm not around. You know, are there alternate tips to put on it, sort of thing? Actually, that'd be pretty fucking insane. This thing does spin at a very high, inch per second, so nothing I could ever achieve. You know, you modify it a little bit, you add an attachment or something.
I'll have to look into that.
You're gonna have a lot of fun there.
Maybe just take the sandpaper off of it and put on like a sponge or something, and then like it'd be like
A sponge?
10-second awesome ride.
A sponge?
I feel like it would have to be well lubed, or it would pretty quickly. It goes really fast. Like
I'll tell you what.
you have to lube that whatever material up.
I'll tell you what. When you're done my, I'll 3D print you an attachment since you're so good with the science.
I don't think
Do you want another beer?
Silicone. Did your 3D printer print silicone? Because like, never mind. The TMI.
We can do nylon. That's like the softest thing we could do. But I feel like some of you ladies might like the ABS plastic over the other plastic. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I went to a 3D printing store and they had a whole room of toys for ladies. I don't know what material they were made out of. You couldn't like touch them. They were on the shelves.
Apparently, people are pretty into 3D printing dongs there, Brian. You might
got a picture on Facebook somewhere.
Brian, I think they have 3D
for that if I need to. I'm just saying that, like, typically, like, what I need is something soft to touch the part that actually gets me off, which is, silicone. It needs to be soft and velvety. I don't know that 3D printers print soft and velvety yet, but when the 3D printers print soft and velvety, I'm going to have a tongue.
Apparently, you can 3D print a butt plug. That's what it looks like.
Sure.
How about anal beads? Can you do anal beads?
Let's see what we got here. No,
hey, there we go.
Well, look at this guy. Oh yeah. So you got the
that doesn't look smooth. That looks painful.
It's ribbed.
I was looking at this picture up to the right from it.
It's ribbed for your pleasure. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Yeah.
The 4 worst things that people are making with 3D printers. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It impales your intestines or what?
Now this looks painful. I like the banana cock thing they got going on right here.
That looks like it would be good.
Now, we could take any one of these devices. See how they have this metal tip here? We could attach that to your sander, and
so it would vibrate.
Yeah.
In this article and see what are the other things, or were those the 4 things? I don't think.
You might actually have to pay for this.
Okay. Bongs. These people are terrible.
I can't. Oh my god. Are they 3D printing marijuana smoking devices?
Oh no, we've got to ban these 3D printers.
They can only be throwing out of glass. That's why they're terrible.
Fetus paperweights.
What the fuck is that?
Fetus paperweights. Oh my god.
Are they 3D printing counterfeit money?
Oh no.
Wait, a fetus paperweight?
It's a paperweight with a fucking fetus in it. I love that. Fucking firearms? Oh my god! Oh my god! People have guns!
Guns!
This is like the most awesome list of things that can be 3D printed by a 3D printer.
Wait, what are these? Some high heels?
Oh, they blocked it out. We can't even show a dildo on our page.
Well,
that's hilarious.
Here's some.
That looks like it's from the store that I was at. That's exactly what they looked like.
Some pretty cocks. There's some pretty cocks. Look, notice the shaft is symmetrical with the head.
Yes.
They look like they're real casted from dicks. Like they're pretty.
I believe that's how they. Notice this one has a bit more of an, not an arch, but it's angled. There's a certain angle to this dangle.
This is how I've been making money. I've been the model.
She seems to like crazy things printed in 3D.
Yes.
This might be one of her tools here.
Oh my goodness. What could be done with that?
Okay, you guys aren't any fun there, but looky here. Here's now you're getting your smooth. Yeah.
Why are they surrounded by oranges?
Apparently, maybe they use that for lubricant.
That's a possibility.
It's a good way.
Ouch, for real! Like
you'd be getting your vitamin C. It goes right to the bloodstream.
Hell no.
Would that sting?
Apparently have never been inside of a
Would
female
that?
person
Hang on.
once.
Yes.
Ever. Like, just
hang
forget
on.
about it. Y'all are all morons. You have no idea what it's like to be inside of a woman. Just forget about it. Shut up.
Ruby, hang on.
That's not what she said.
Ruby. I need to know the
Read the limit inside of Yvonne and tell me how it feels.
Does the term gash actually have some weight to it?
Gash?
That's what I said, yes.
I don't know that I'm familiar with that term.
Well,
It's
usually
isn't it?
they refer to gash as an open wound.
Oh, okay, yeah,
so
I know what a gash is.
is your fucking vagina a bunch of open wounds that we're sticking our dicks into?
No, but
Okay,
I mean...
that's all I wanted to get to. Now back to the fun fair.
Alright, you rub an orange on your dick and we'll...
Exactly! Like squeeze the head of it, squeeze an orange into it, then tell me how that shit feels.
I don't think it would feel good.
This to you because I'm
Oh
like,
my god, I'm burning already. Oh,
I can't. You know, I have to show you just to emphasize the supplement. We.
I don't even want to know what he's gonna say. It's like, we have not used oranges yet.
All right.
Just a disclaimer here.
Alright, I feel like I'm not the only man he's speaking to this common. When find something that stings, Chris, let me finish. When you find something that stings, you keep it out of the what the fuck?
Dong area.
No, the dick hole. Like you just want it. Like you can go up to the head, but you don't want to go over the head. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So
like certain lotions and shit, you mean?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you experiment with different shit, whatever your mom, your sister, your girlfriend has in their medicine cabinet.
Don't you fucking say
I have a friend who once used Ben Gay.
What, Ben Gay?
Yeah, he did.
Ew.
No way.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, he said it hurt like holy hell.
A, you will never come, and B, it's gonna the warming and cooling effects could be cool in like a moderated amount, but it does get too hot and too cold. Now I can't even imagine the urethra. I can't even not urethra. What the fuck is the name of the fucking like man tube?
that's the urethra.
It is the urethra. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. I am familiar with keeping foreign products out of that.
Well, you know what? The female urethra is right beside the vagina. So anything you're thinking about using for the vagina is going to get in the urethra. And also, men have a much longer urethra because they have a penis to get their bladder, but women don't. It's really short. And so
there's a whole shaft and balls here. Here, let me bring up a picture.
I kind of have to pee now.
Anything the vagina has about this far before it reaches the bladder, whereas a man has like this far. So like you can potentially figure it out before we can. So like pretty much anything you stick in there is going to our bladder and making us sick, which is why
we're getting sidetracked here.
Things inside of them because things screw you up big time and fast.
I somehow feel you see that big there?
The big black dong? Yeah, we see it.
The pink one's nicer.
Yeah.
It is nice.
You like the pink one? It looks smoother. It's higher gloss. It's pink. It appears to have some sort of suction cup device down here, so maybe you could attach it to a mirror and sit down on top of it and angle your webcam at the angle. So Annie is curious about this picture. Oh,
what is that?
That is a finger going into an okay sign.
Apparently it's just a sculpture for somebody who's fucking sick.
That is clearly the indicator of let's go have sex.
Yes, that's what you do when you're in a bar and you see a hot woman, and you catch her eye, and you kind of wink at her, and all of a sudden you just put your hands up like that and start doing that. Makes them come home with you every single time.
Man, that's what I've been.
Short door.
I mean, they love that. They also love it when you flick your tongue at them with your fingers, like, they love that. Drives you crazy.
Or kind of like, before I was married, you say, "Nice shoes, wanna fuck?"
Yeah. That one works too. Every woman falls for that because we know they love their shoes. You compliment the shoes, they're coming home, baby.
Can we talk about these? Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
Oh my God, Annie, you broke it.
What in God's name kind of woman would that big blue one go in?
That's not
good
her woman.
Lord. I don't know. I've seen some films. Have I seen some films?
Oh, this guy's 3D printed. He's cute.
Oh yeah, little fella.
He's like 3D printed myself.
Oh, these are cool as shit. It's a shoe iPhone case, something.
Is that 3D printed sandal?
It looks like a shoe with a cell phone case attached to it. So maybe
Why does it say edible wonders?
futuristic food. Okay.
Nobody even mentioned that part. Are we eating this anytime soon? The new dinner. I can't read that. Too small.
Did you find it?
I can't zoom in. How do I zoom?
On the.
I can't.
What are you trying to zoom in on?
So that looks like a shoe burger.
Vagina.
That's a shoe burger. That is a bacon vagina.
Shoe burger. That sounds like a politician's name.
I need a 3D printer.
Nick, let's chat.
Whatever the fuck we want. I will 3D print a handle for these goblets.
So you guys want some actual examples of shit you can have 3D printed?
I want a 3D.
Besides just penises?
I want a 3D print beer.
That would be wonderful.
As Garrett looks for good things to show you guys.
Look at this fucking sculpture here.
That shit there.
Fucking chainmail vest. Look at this chainmail vest. Oh,
Yeah.
look at this penis. Oh no.
Oh, look at that.
That's actually cool.
Look.
And I think the things that people are doing with
Oh.
3D printing as far as like the hands, the extra
That
hands,
kid's
and
hand is awesome.
the casts and that kind of shit, that stuff is actually pretty fucking useful.
Look
Did
at
you
these
guys
fucking
know about
kitties.
that kid's hand?
Fuck everything. You can print out a goddamn Yoda.
No, go back up and
Go
look
up.
at his hand.
Look at the hand.
Oh, you guys want to see the fucking hand? This hand?
Mm-hmm.
He was
That
born
is-
without a hand, and he controls it with the muscles in his like nubby stub. And he's
Let's
able
see.
to he's able to like scale it and print it as he grows.
Let's
and
see.
it costs,
We found a video. Fuck you, ads.
I don't know that. I don't think they can hear your sound. But maybe-
Can you guys sound of this fucking stupid ass ad?
Why do
No.
you have ads? Don't you have ad block plus?
All right, it's only a minute. It's only 2 minutes long. Let's see what these fucking sexy bitches have to say about
Well,
this.
hello there, Lee.
Turn on closed captions.
I'd like to 3D print her.
Closed captions. Fuck
I'm
you,
fucking
you guys.
with
Can you guys not hear this? I would really love it if you guys.
no, they
hear
could
this.
just. They'll see the
All right,
hand
you're,
when it
You're
comes
gonna have to
out.
watch Tate. All right, the douchebag him down. He's way too hipster.
Oh, here's a kid.
All right,
He's got a nub.
There's
There's
his nub.
he's got multiple. Look, Amy.
So
This guy has a terrible haircut. He's saying, I suck at life. I zip my hoodie up.
$30,000 for a hand, and he decided, fuck you guys, I'm going to print my own.
And she
Yeah.
was like, I went and saw Katniss in the theater and decided to do a side ponytail hair braid.
I don't know, but all of this printing an extra hand is giving me some ideas.
Just
Hey now!
you need to talk to Zach Fix, my friend. All right, so he's holding something. We don't fucking. It's holding your dick.
He said he can even hold a pencil.
She said, "Is that a pencil in your pocket, or is your dick just tiny?"
It's for like
All right, here we
$30.
go. Here we
No,
go.
it's
He's got some tendons in there.
$3.
Which reminds me, I want to do a demonstration when we're done this video. She is hot. You
Yeah,
are
I'm
gay.
liking her.
Alright, now they're saying comment and like the video. It's over.
Is that
And-
all you're gonna fucking? Oh, what a waste of fucking time.
Here's a hand.
Yeah, they showed the hand for like 2 seconds.
Wait, before anybody does anything,
I gotta show you guys something real quick. I want to show you a science experiment that you can try at home. That just would you fuck off and die, dude?
alright,
What a douchebag.
he's
Okay.
going to show you his 3D print.
No, I'm not. I am going to ask you to hold your hand out here in the middle of the screen. Put your hand in the middle of the screen here.
Me?
Yeah, you. No, the other fucking person in the room. Okay.
I was like, I want to
Alright.
go to bed.
All right. So check this out, guys.
I'm trying to leave.
This is why 3D printing is going to rule the world. All right. See how gimpy your hand is. It's like yeah. It's falling all over the
Okay.
place, right? All right.
Okay.
Check this out. Look, watch this. All right. Leave it gimpy.
It's gimpy.
Okay. Okay. Keep it soft. Now, I need you to turn a little bit. Yeah. So, I want to show. See how her fingers are just gimping around here. Check this out. Check this out. Nick, shut the fuck up. You know science. You've seen this before. All right. So, just fucking let this go.
Please.
Just so more gimpy. All right. So watch this, guys. There's some tendons down they can push on it. And watch what her fingers do when I push on these tendons.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Well played.
All right, we can do it for real. Go ahead. Go.
Okay. I'm making sure I didn't just shit myself. The fuck? Trying to do it.
That worked so much better than I thought it would.
Trying to do a goddamn experiment, and she's gonna fuck with. All right, so just for the douchebag people out there that will let me try and do a thing. All right, just.
It's gimped.
It's gimped. All right, you're gimped. All right, so watch your fingers. See that? Anybody see that?
Amazing.
Anybody see
It's
that?
amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck all you guys, except for Brian Hagen, because he's entertaining me.
He's amazed by this.
I kind of am. It's like, well, it's giving me ideas.
That's all it comes down
all
to.
you have
As long
to do-
as you can send some fucking signals, a couple of motors, which our fucking brains do. They send electronic signals to shit.
So 3D.
You know, our brains, do our hearts, all that stuff. It's just a bunch of electrical signals bouncing all over the place. So if your brain can tell an electrical sensor, fuck you, Annie,
My first one was
to move some fucking fingers, it'll happen because there's just a tendons in here that fucking doing a shot. God, crack your knuckles some more.
all right.
Crack your knuckles some more.
Guys.
You'll thank me in
Hey,
fucking 40 years.
listen up, man.
Arrgh.
I'm going to bed, guys.
Thank God.
Fuck you.
I'll go fucking power slam you into bed here.
Good night, Annie.
Good night, guys. This has been really fucking entertaining, I have to say. I like this.
I love you, babe.
Okay.
Power slam you.
Uh,
Now I can talk shit about her.
don't talk shit about me.
Just kidding. We're to leave, but we love to watch you go.
You can't watch me go.
I know because you just walked out of the. What? Yeah, you should have gone this. Okay. And she gets sport. That's Annie Catherine, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give her applause.
Yay!
They all say they love you, and you have a sexy ass, and why is the fucking cat still in here?
I love you
Meow.
guys.
Get the cat.
Come here, baby.
Nick, you get it. Nick, you get it. All right, you said worms.
Worms.
Yeah. That was my breasticles rubbing against the microphone. Guys, don't get too excited. All right, I'm gonna be really pissed if Ruby and Brian all disperse at this point.
I'm not.
Like, oh, Annie's fucking gone. We're done. This happens all the time.
No.
I'm not going to.
I got a little more time left.
Phone to ring to tell me to go do something else.
Can I get everybody up to their webcams right now? Let's cheers.
Nick and I are sharing this beer,
Let's cheers.
so this is a beer.
Sweet lovin'. Blick. Okay, I tapped my webcam. That's as far as I go. Look, I just got my job. I just got confirmed that I start my job on Monday.
Yeah,
so
congratulations.
I didn't know
I
you
have
lost
until-
another job. What happened?
Well, you know, it's an interesting because literally, all right. So I took Monday after PorkFest just to like recuperate, do some fucking laundry, unpack all that stuff. I went back to work on Tuesday, worked a full day. Up on Wednesday, my boss laid me off.
Oh.
Yeah. I wanted to fucking cut a nigga.
And like,
Seriously, I was so pissed, but I was like, you know what? Yeah, he said he couldn't pay his mortgage. He said he couldn't afford his house and or the office building that he didn't have. After I watched him sit there and buy $2,700 computers, multiple monitors for everybody in the office, and when I say multiple monitors, like I have a 2-monitor setup right now because I can afford it. I've got a 23-inch monitor setup and a $500 computer that runs all my shit. I can do everything I need to do just fine right here. He decided he wanted to have $2,000 to $2,700 computers with 2 27-inch monitors and a 40-inch television to read PDFs, which we can print out on the plotter for next to nothing. And so he blew all this money on this company. Yeah, we're going to go so far. We're going to be so big. I'm going to cut people a week into their employment. Somehow he knew who could do what within the first week. Giving them a chance to settle into their fucking desk, let alone see what they're made of. A couple of them were douchebags, though. They didn't like guns, and so we kind of had this thing at this company. Like, if anybody didn't like guns, gone. Like just like the second they started, it should have been like a freaking interview question. So, long story short, I was the highest paid guy there at this company. I was the electrical designer coordinator. And we had a couple of duct work designers and a couple of plumbing design work coordinators. So he decided to cut everybody loose. See, this is the downside to being the highest paid guy in the company. I was apparently the first to go. even my electricals were pulling in the most amount of money because I could churn them out in a couple of weeks. But at the same time, when we didn't have electrical jobs, he had to pay me the same salary. So I was like first on the list to go. Whatever.
No,
6 months ago, somebody tried to steal me away from this company, and I decided I really liked my 5-minute commute to work every day. I really like what I do. The company kind of fucking sucks, but I can wear a t-shirt and jeans and sneakers every day. So it would be like thing. Like I could wear this fucking Agaris shirt to work, and it didn't matter. And as long as I didn't have to go to a meeting or something, you know, if I went to a meeting, I fucking put on our stupid, you know, work polo and some khakis, whatever.
Right.
So this guy tried to steal me away from there 6 months ago. I decided not to take it and stayed with this company. Here's the analogy. I was on a sinking ship. The commander threw me overboard when I needed him the most, and luckily I was able to swim over to a cruise liner, you know, before I drowned. You know, I went 2 weeks without work. I just got actual confirmation yesterday that I needed to come back for my second interview. I went into my interview and spent 2 hours there. I was talking with all the people and everything. They said, we're going to pay you for today. I said, oh, I'm going to hang out as long as I can. Then fine. So you know, I got like a stack of paperwork I got to go through tomorrow. I gotta watch some sexual harassment video. I have to take a piss test.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I've got that covered. Figures that's the one thing that fires you guys up. Like, yes, no, I've got this. I haven't been smoking since Porkfest because I ran out of pot during Porkfest and got home and just needed to get some money together before I could buy any more. And luckily, it just got to the point where I was like, I'm just not going to buy any pot. Alcohol is right down there at the corner store. I'm going to keep drinking some of this. And it worked out great for me because I went to CVS yesterday and bought one of those. It's this little pee in a cup at home test. It's called like First Check or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I peed in it and I got a very faint pink line for the drug line. So it's like even though I haven't smoked in like 16 days, something like that, it still showed up that I passed.
Good.
Yeah, I've been detoxing for the past 3 days or whatever, so I don't have to take my piss test until Friday. Whatever. If
ton of water.
Like God forbid, I don't pass this, and the only thing that shows up is marijuana, I'm going to go walk to the president's office and be like, "Do you really not want me to work here?" I understand that, Ruby. But I think I'm going to pass just fine. But I'm seriously, like, if it comes to the point where I'm like, okay, like, I'm not going to get hired because I fucking piss test, even though I've been working for you guys for like a week. Like, do you really want this to end it, or can I retake it? Seriously, guys, like, yes, I fucking smoked some fucking reefer when I had a job. You know, like, it's just one of those things.
I'm just saying.
I hate to be throwing this all out on the internet right now, but at the same time, I'm very confident that it's out of my system. And come to think of it, I'm probably not going to smoke weed anymore. Like, I really don't. Go ahead, Ruby.
Apparently, that was extremely delayed.
You had something to say, or?
Yeah, no, when I was in high school, I was smoking a lot.
Hello? You still there, Ruby?
Yes. You can't hear me?
Okay.
You can hear me? Can anybody else hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine, Ruby. You're coming through great on this end.
Okay. All I was saying was there's
Hey
this
guys,
stuff.
let me reconnect real quick. Let me reconnect real quick.
So what's happening with Liberty Cats, Brian?
Right now we recorded a bunch while we were there, so I've been kind of putting them together over this past week. Different interviews that we did, but the problem is we didn't do final segments on any of them. So I'm just throwing in like various promos, and I'm like coming up with different liners that I'm just throwing in to fill up the last segment. And then today I realized that we didn't have a complete last segment. We only did 2 segments of one. I was having computer problems while I was there, so I was making do with the best I could.
Right.
So I had to go back to another one and reinsert a past interview into it to make it happen. So that's kind of where it stands right now, because we want to get all of those, on and out of the way. So I'm sure we'll be recording again soon. I've just been so damn busy with work. Oh my God. Like this is the first. What's that?
Oh, you have a regular job?
Yeah, I'm a news director for 6 radio stations.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's my day job. I play on Facebook a lot. But it's a good gig. It's, finally reaching a middle management position after being with the same company for 18 years. And I used to run myself ragged when I was at the other radio station they own. It was like 2 hours of sleep a night, everything. It's like I finally kind of got a break that I deserve and don't have to run around as much as I used to, which makes me happy.
So you have your cats with you at your mom's?
Actually, I don't own a cat. Well, I do, but it lives at my mom's house.
Oh, okay, got ya.
Yeah, he's this little cute fella named Little Kitty, and he lives here. We're both allergic to cats, so he lives outside, but my mom being the great lady that she is, built him this extravagant house. It's one of those those insulated dog igloo houses. Yeah. So he's got that, but then like she's lined the entire thing. There's like blankets in there, and she's like tarped it off and like put those little outdoor tables so he has like a veranda. It's fantastic, and he sleeps on his veranda most of the time. It's really cute.
I'm sorry, guys. I hated to dip out on you guys like that. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you're fine now, Garrett.
Okay. Somehow I have a feeling I sound like much prettier, maybe a little bit.
You do.
Okay.
There's a tone of prettiness to your voice.
Oh yeah, Garrett, you're just so sexy.
Well, yeah. You guys. What I mean is like that hum has gone away, sort of thing. Like I'm back on my single mic. Like this is my USB mic that I use when Annie's not around. So, Ruby, I wanted to apologize. I swear to God, like something's going on with the connection. Like it sounded to me like you just kept interrupting me. Like every time I started talking, I would hear you start talking, and I'm like, I swear to God, Ruby, just let me get this fucking out. Like you asked me a question, I'm trying to answer you, and so
I think there was just a delay. I don't know if there's still a delay. Can you hear me now?
Absolutely, yeah, and it really helps with the video too, because I can see your lips moving as you're saying what you're saying, and that didn't occur to me that I should probably pay attention to your face while you're talking to me. So.
Well, all I was trying to tell you was there was this stuff that I got at GNC one time that was a detox tea. But apparently if you go in and say, I'm here for the drug detox tea, they won't sell it to you or even tell you what it is. If you look it up online, you can probably find it. It's like a 3-day, it's called a 3-day detox tea. Okay?
Unfortunately, I have until Friday, so...
Well, it would probably still work if you're showing borderline at best. And so it's like, It was like $30. It wasn't cheap. However, like I really needed it at the time because I wasn't clean, and I drank a shit ton of water, and went in and I mean I got the job. So it's like clearly I passed the test, and also it was probably the shit ton of water.
Let me ask you this, Ruby.
Yeah.
I for the past 3 days I've been researching all this stuff, so you get a lot of like mixed messages on forums and different websites and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm more concerned about is what happens here. All right, so you go take a piss test on Friday. Brian, Chris, I want you guys to answer this question too.
Okay.
Primarily, I want to hear from Ruby, though. When you go take a piss test on Friday, right, you start that job on Monday, okay, and they don't have the test results yet. You've already started some work. You've gotten into some projects and everything. So come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they finally get the test results. And they decide they're going to go ahead and let you know that you failed for marijuana, you know.
Right.
They say, okay, we can no longer employ you here. You tested positive for marijuana in your system. Granted, you're sitting behind a computer for 8 hours a day. You're not operating any machinery. Where do you go? Where do you go from there? Like my first instinct would be to say, "Hey guys, look, okay, you know, I had a solid job a little while ago. I was off at vacation. I may have puffed on something. It got passed to me."
Honestly, I think what I would say, okay, I don't know if they have a way of checking this, but you could be like, I went on vacation in Colorado where it's legal.
There you go. All right.
And I ate a brownie.
See, I could prove that I was in New Hampshire, though. I couldn't prove that I was in Colorado.
Like, why would they wouldn't even ask you for that. And so you'd say, you know, I went to New Hampshire. I mean, I went to Colorado on vacation, and I, you know.
Now, I must iterate something. The guy who was trying to steal me away from this company multiple times was like, you know, like today after my second interview, I got introduced to all the people of the company. Everybody was very, very excited to be bringing me on board. I know the technology side of this fucking industry. I'm not hang conduit. I'm not an install lights kind of guy or anything like that. But I've been put in a very profound position. Like, I'm actually at the top of a fucking tier of people.
Right.
I have fucking foremans and like
project
managers working underneath of me. It's a very exciting thing for me right now. So,
well,
I think.
Drink tons of water and go get some detox tea. Seriously, it's not going to hurt anything to get some detox tea.
Vinegar.
I've been drinking detox tea and adding apple vinegar and this awesome fucking like natural sweetener to my tea. I literally, like yesterday, I drank 3 fucking cups of tea. Both with like 2 packs of this detox shit. I've been pissing like a fucking race.
Yeah, I feel like a racehorse too. And so my point is like drink more water, piss more, and before you take the test, you have what time do you have the test scheduled or anything?
I have to take it in the next 5 days.
So
which includes like Saturday and Sunday. So I decided I was going to go take the test on Friday.
Okay, well just keep drinking a shit ton of water. Okay, so what time on Friday? Do you have it scheduled for a particular time?
It doesn't really matter. I gotta do it sometime during the day on Friday. But see, here's the thing. Like I passed the home test already. I've already passed the home test.
Well,
Like
your
I
test
said,
is gonna be better than that.
Ruby, like you smoked some of my pot at Porkfest.
I did. I haven't smoked any since I got back because I don't smoke that much at all anymore.
Me neither. Like I ran out at Porkfest on purpose. I didn't want to travel home with any of it. Haven't touched it since. So it's been over 2 weeks. I'm 6'1", 170 to 174 pounds, something like that, and I have a high metabolism. I pee like a fucking racehorse. So,
I would say this is shit, I can't read Spanish. Maybe I need to flip it
that's fucking funny.
This is 23.7 fluid ounces, 1 pint, 7.7 fluid ounces, 700 milliliters. I would drink 2 of these in the morning. I would drink 2 of these 4 hours later, and I would drink 2 more of these 4 hours later before your test. Because what's going to happen is when you go in there, you're going to piss water. It doesn't matter what you have in your system, you're going to piss water.
Well, you want a little bit of golden to the stream, apparently. From what I've been reading. And see, here's the thing. Guys, I honestly don't want to concern you too much with this. Like, this is not a deal breaker. I am confident that I'm going to pass this drug test, and I'm also confident that I'm probably not going to touch pot for a little while. I'm not like Brian Hagen. I'm not coming home from Porkfest and saying I'm not going to drink anymore because my mama says no.
Oh no! This Saturday I'm gonna be a wreck on Saturday.
All right, where are you gonna be Saturday? That's where I want to be then.
We've got a huge festival in town on Saturday, and I got buddies coming in, and we're gonna get real messed up.
Thank
you,
Ruby.
You want to hear about a festival? Nick and I are going to a festival. Oh my god! How do I post the link? How do I do that?
Real quick.
Go ahead. I'll look for my link.
Thank you, Ruby. I love you.
I love you too.
Go on. All right, so we're gonna get Brian drunk. Where?
And it'll probably be on. I'm planning on drinking probably raspberries.
So you're kind of a douchey drinker, aren't you, Brian?
I can be. Yeah, I really can be. I really love fruity, happy stuff.
So Brian, when you said you got a few buddies coming into town, the one thing that popped in my head was that song from the Blues Brothers, "The Boys Are Back in Town."
It'll be like that. Yeah, it'll probably be like that. There will be shenanigans aplenty. That is for sure. There will be great drunken shenanigans.
Where are these shenanigans happening again?
Atchison, Kansas, the home of Amelia Earhart. It is the annual Amelia Earhart Festival.
It'd take me half a day to get out there.
I know, it sucks, man. It's a good time, though. You got to come up some year. Seriously, oh my God, we have one of the biggest firework displays in the nation on Saturday night as part of the festival.
That's cool. Oh yeah, remind me of the bomb.
We're gonna get an.
Sorry.
It's beautiful. The guy who does it, he's done a lot of huge national displays, and he sets it all to music. It's freaking awesome. Like, it's just spectacular.
I've seen Christmas lights get put to music. Why the fuck do we need to reiterate all the... Annie's been watching Band of Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
I've had to get up off the couch and walk away and go play my fucking video games in our bedroom because I can't handle watching some of this shit. Like, it gets so real, dude. It gets so real. Like, Brian, I cannot even imagine, like, laying in a fucking, like, dugout with you or something, and you're sleeping, right? And then some guy, like, comes over to let you know you're on duty now. you're on watch now. And you wake up and you react by stabbing him in the chest with your fucking rifle, the bayonet on the end of it. It's been some hard shit to watch. Like, I've told Annie, I was like, I can't watch this stuff anymore. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love the combat scenes. I really do love the combat scenes. I'm a first-person shooter kind of video game player and stuff. Like, I can handle, like, flanking left and flanking right and shooting people in the fucking face. But when your buddy comes to relieve you and you stab him, you don't just stab him once. It's like chink, 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 and it's all these like very personable actors that you've seen in multiple other movies and shows and stuff. It drove me crazy. I was like, literally today, before this show started, we were watching this episode of Band of Brothers, and I told her, I was like, I can't watch this show. I asked her, I was like, how many more episodes of this do you have? And she was like, well, it's 10 episodes, and we were in like the 3rd.
Oh.
And I was like, I said I can't watch this. It just drove me crazy. But I love the tactics. I love battle mechanics. I love all that sort of thing, but when it's so real, it drives me crazy.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that affects me pretty deeply as well. There's no way I could handle that.
So do me a favor. Don't ever wake up in the middle of the night and stab anybody, okay? Unless you're sure they're trying to kill you.
I won't. Right. The worst I do is probably throw my remote control at their head or something.
You can bash me in the forehead with your remote control as many times as you need to. I'll take it.
You've got my guarantee on that one, my friend.
I know for a fact you won't shoot my cat, but please don't shoot me.
I don't own a gun, so we're happy. We're good that way.
I'm sorry, guys. We got off on this tangent. I just had to couple Brian's balls for a moment. So
that's quite all right. I hate to do this, but I really do need to jump. My mom's been waving at me in the background. She needs me for something. So this has been a lot of fun. I really want to thank you guys for inviting me on the show again.
Would you do me a favor and tell Brian Hagen's mother that we love her and thanks for bringing you on to this? Well, actually, thank her and curse her for bringing you on.
I will do so. I will, Garrett. Chris, thank you. Ruby, always a pleasure to see you, dear.
Bye.
You guys have a wonderful evening, and thanks so much. It's always fun to come and hang out.
Much love, Brian.
Much love to all of you. Good night.
Good night.
Sorry, guys, for taking him off on some tangent there tonight. I'm not even sure what we were talking about before we got
I don't know. I posted a link in the side there. Like, if anybody's interested in knowing what we're doing this weekend, that's what we're doing. I don't know how to post it to the main page. It's a YouTube video, so I don't know if you can even like see it unless you watch it yourself. But we're going to the best rock show in the Midwest in the middle of a cornfield. It's hard rock punk, I don't know what, drunk stuff in the middle of a cornfield. Involves more sex and beer than rock and roll, as far as I know. And
I just heard somebody say something about dudes talk. Okay.
Dudes talk, yeah. And yeah, so that's yeah, and that's what we're doing. And that happens Saturday night, and I'm sure that no one will hear from me, and probably until Monday after that. And
wait, when is this? When is this?
Saturday night.
This Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the fucking notice.
Well, it's like by invitation only, so if you didn't get an invite, then, you know, this is like one of the YouTube videos that somebody who got invited posted, some kind of, yeah, it's like take a left by the cornfield. You know?
Oh, they got a little map there. Oh, here's a post-it note of directions for anybody that wants to go.
Right,
Oh, that's a dark cloud.
Yeah, apparently it rained a lot. It's not supposed to rain this year, which is awesome. But it starts at 6 p.m. That's when the first band plays, so you should be there sooner. And the first band plays at 6, and the last one plays at 2 a.m. So I'm pretty sure we're sleeping in the car or something. And Nick has a tent, but I'm not really sure we're prepared to camp. So I just said, let's just bring some blankets and pillows and sleep in the car. Like
This looks like a good downhold time. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially coming from this guy, you know.
Yeah.
Some
And
of these guys look familiar too. I'm sorry, Ruby. I just wish I would have had more time to know. Like, this is my last weekend to party. Like, next week I've got to go, like, get down and get to work and all that stuff. I'd love to go party with these fucking hillbillies and rednecks.
It looks like they drink shitty beer.
well, we're not bringing shitty beer to drink, so I'm not sharing unless somebody's buying. So
I know. I love how all these arrows are pointing to, like, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
they can
And
drink shitty beer all they want. It's not going to be in my camp, and I'll probably have a nice bottle of whiskey. So yeah, see,
Yeah.
Pabst, Bud, Coors, was in that can. Exactly. Did you see the people humping? Was that in that video?
I skipped ahead a little bit. Just
Okay. There were like people humping. I was like, oh my god. Is it this kind of festival? We don't even have a sex dome. We need a sex dome.
All right, so this is what you're getting into this weekend?
Saturday night.
All right.
Yep.
I expect a full report on Beer and Bullshit next week.
Should be interesting.
Videos included.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to clear off my phone and do some stuff so I can do that because
Yeah. Take all those pictures and all those videos and all those apps and stuff. Transfer them off to something because I want to watch. For some reason, I want to watch this. This looks
I know,
like
it's like 12 hours of pure, and I hear the music isn't necessarily that great. I mean, so it's not like you're there for the music. It's like you're there for
Nobody's there for the music. Nobody's there for the music.
It's like saying going to the drive-in movie, you're not there for the movie.
Right. Like, look at these a-holes. They're gonna go ride 4-wheelers on ice.
Oh shit!
Look, this guy over here. All right, so they got. Oh yeah, these guys have jobs. Like this asshole right here. He has a job. You see that? Like, I'm picking his nose here on YouTube. He has a job to make a dirt bike go around the ice without falling down like that asshole. Like, this is great. Like, the only thing that would compare to this is, like, lawnmower racing.
I want to do that, by the way. Awesome. I'm going to the yard when I'm riding more, and the whole time I'm on it, I'm just like, how fast can I make it go?
All right, hold on, Ruby, don't go anywhere yet. I'm gonna bring up some lawnmower
I could be the
racing.
hottest lawnmower racer ever.
I think
Rockabilly racer.
I don't think people know what lawnmower racing is. So hang on, give me 1 second. I'm already on YouTube. I'm sure you guys have, let's see, 5, 6. All right. Here's lawnmower drag racing. No, we don't want lawnmower drag racing. All right, this is what we want right here. Right here. All right. You guys got to give me 6 minutes. Oh, fuck. Okay, they're gonna put some sexy bitch on the thing.
My neighborhood actually has lawnmower racing. They have like a club. I just haven't joined it yet.
Alright, fuck you, sexy lady, blonde chick with the titties. Alright, here we go. Alright, so these are pro-modified lawnmowers. Oh, they got the track guys broken down like these. Here's your drivers. Oh, here's the starting lineup. Look out now. Like this is for some reason so much more interesting to me than NASCAR. Look at these guys go. Look at these guys go. Oh shit! Wow, they really take off there after the green flag. This is great. So these guys are using super modified lawnmowers. Like that's the only condition. It has to be like a store-bought lawnmower, and you can do whatever the fuck you want to it. Ruby, I feel like you and I could really connect on a sport like this.
I've always wanted to race a car. I really wanted to be a race car driver for a really long time, and I know that's not like what a lot of girls want to do, but I feel like girls can't compete with guys in a lot of things because they're not physically strong enough, and I give that to men. Okay, like, I'm just not physically capable of like doing certain things, but driving a car or a lawnmower, I'm totally capable of that. Like, bring it. Like, I could do this.
Ruby, what you're saying here totally relates to my childhood. My dad really, really wanted me to be a racer. He fucked up by getting me a go-kart that was powered by a 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton motor. He never got a lawn tractor for me, especially not a deer like this guy.
I've got a right now.
I mean, we've got some walk behinds, we've got some zero turns, we've got the bucket, the front end loader, the whole 9 yards and stuff. They're all slow, but they're used for their actual purpose. We never had a lawnmower that we could convert into something like this. He tried to get me into go-kart racing. He bought me a go-kart with Briggs & Stratton motor. I did get into racing a little bit with my Kawasaki 125. I was racing dirt bikes for a brief moment. I was also racing BMX bikes. But it never got to the point where my parents would... See, that's the thing. If your parents can't fund it, you're not going to be able to race in any of this shit.
Oh yeah.
You have to start young, like. Look at this little fucking track. I'm sorry. I'm fucking thrilled by this fucking race I'm watching right now. Tell Nick, hey, we're watching lawnmowers race right now, and he should deal.
I know. I told him that I wanted to race our mower.
I kind of feel like this needs to be an event for PorkFest next year.
There's a little bit of whiskey left, and then a beer. But I don't have any beer either. I've not been drinking anything.
Oh.
So grab something we can both drink or something. Sure.
It says rye.
We're gonna drink a Terrapin. What is it?
Ruby, look at what I searched here. look at what I highlighted up here.
I can't see that. It's so tiny. I can't see it.
I got it.
Lawn mower. MOER.
I mean, we got to the right search results, apparently.
That's awesome.
All right, so what else were we talking about racing? You were talking about something else worth racing.
No, I think that was it. I was just saying that I wanted to do lawnmower racing because they have a lawnmower racing. However, like I want to say that we're trying this Terrapin Monster Beer Tour.
Triple
That's
IPA.
going to be good.
Right,
That's going to be good.
triple right in Athens, Georgia, near my hometown. You good?
Yeah.
What part of Georgia are you from exactly?
I'm from Savannah. Like, that's where I was raised. I was born in Valdosta, but I was raised in Savannah. My parents had me in high school, their senior year of high school.
Also, the Pee Wee's Playhouse box set just released the cover art. What's it called? Rye Cubed? That's good.
I think I could race a lawnmower. I'd be the hottest 40-year-old race car driver of a lawnmower ever.
I'm
Maybe.
sorry, guys. I was peeing in a bottle and nobody would notice because I had my video show on. Yep. Didn't even take my headphones off, Ruby.
Oh my god.
You know the sad part, the sick and sad part is I'm not even joking. I didn't even wash my hands.
I don't doubt you. I seriously don't.
You know what the cool part is? I totally
Your
like.
face smells like dick.
No, I had to cut myself off before I overflowed the bottle. That was the fun part. So, why do I feel like we're in like beer and bullshit after dark, or something? Whatever that second show was we came up with.
No, we should just stay here. I don't have that much longer in me anyway.
I know.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I gotta get up early for work.
Well,
What
hey,
does that mean? Hang on, I'm curious, Ruby. I know I can say goodbye to you in a moment, but Chris, I'm curious. What time is it your time? Like 10:48?
Yeah.
What time you gotta get up?
5:30 in the morning.
Ew! Why the fuck are you still here?
because I'm the hostess. I'm the host with the most.
All right. Well, all right. I mean,
reason.
I'll tell you what. Like, Ruby, Nick, it sounds like you guys are getting ready to go too. I'm sorry I admitted to pissing in a bottle.
I was gonna tell you another story about that, but nobody wanted to hear it apparently.
Oh, you wanted to tell me a story after I pissed in the bottle? I didn't even register that, so go on.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you a story along those lines. So, like, I was about 17. Right. Can I tell the story? Do we have time, Chris?
Yes.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it now.
Okay. So, like, my dad always had this problem stopping to let us pee. He had 3 daughters and a wife, so he was the only male in the house with 4 women.
I can see driving down the road and dealing with my wife and 3 daughters all having to pee and being like, okay, here's a fucking cup. Like, pee in this and dump it out the window.
No, he totally wasn't into that. But he also wasn't into stopping either. And so one time we were about 45 minutes away from, like, our destination. And it's the middle of the night. And I've never been uncomfortable with peeing on the side of the road. I'm like, just open the door and I'll pee out there, okay?
You gotta go.
I gotta go, you know? And, I mean, I grew up peeing in the woods like a boy, okay? Like, because I was raised in the country, whatever. So,
Sure.
So we're driving down the road, and I tell my dad, you know, I gotta go. And he's like, you can wait. And I'm like, no, I gotta go, and I gotta go now. Like, I might have waited too long to even say anything. But,
You're like,
I gotta go.
Father, please.
I gotta go. And he's like, no, you can wait. And I was like, look, if you don't pull this car over in 5 minutes, I've got this Hardee's cup back here for lunch, and I'm going to pee in it, okay? And it was a 32-ounce Hardee's cup. I mean, you know, 32 ounces is a pretty big cup. It's a pretty big cup. And you know, 5 minutes went by, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to just pee in this cup now. And he was like, no, you're not. And I was like, yes, I am. And the next thing he heard was, like, peeing in a cup. And, well, I completely overflowed the cup, like, all over the backseat of the car, because, like, once I got going, I couldn't stop, because that's really how bad I had to go. And he got so pissed, he pulled over, and I was, like, still peeing. It was just, like, overflowing the cup. And he was like, oh, my God, now the car smells like piss. I was like, I told you, like, 1,000 times, you know, pull over, and I'll pee outside the car. But you didn't do that, and now I've got, like, a 32-ounce cup of pee. And whatever's left is all over the floorboard there. So, yay. So at least you can stop before you overflowed the beer bottle, because I couldn't stop before I overflowed the cup.
Ruby, my sister had a similar experience when she was 7 years old. I was 5 at the time, and my parents were driving us across the country to for whatever the fuck reason, Oklahoma, and my sister threw up in the. Well, she was about to throw up in the back seat, and so I was also in the back seat. But luckily for me, I have a solid stomach, and it didn't affect me so much. But she puked all over me because my dad didn't pull over fast enough. So I don't really remember this whole thing, but apparently my sister did not have to change, but I had to change myself. Somehow I managed to not get thrown. Managed to not throw up. I went into this was one of the good things about having a fucking station wagon. Like I just jumped into the back seat, and like now I was like I had a barrier between my sick sister and me in the back seat. Like you guys know how like people like get all freaked out when they're like reading shit, or like, you know, like nowadays it's like looking at your cell phone or a tablet or something riding in a car. I was sitting there fucking just loving my Marvel comics, like just whatever fucking superhero comic I had going on at the time. I was reading it, and then my sister blows chunks all over me. Somehow I managed to hold it all down. And it's funny because like that is the one story my sister never wants me to repeat, and now here I am talking about it live on the YouTubes. But no, I mean I can feel your pain, because like she made my parents pull over onto the shoulder, and then once we pulled over onto the shoulder and she got out of the car, like she was fine for a few minutes. Like she didn't have to throw up anymore, because like finally like everything stopped moving, sort of thing.
Right.
The second we got back into the car and started going down the road, that's when she did it. So I can totally feel you there. I've never understood that. I've never had a problem like reading shit in a car, like looking at magazines, cell phones, whatever. Like it's never bothered me. But
I have a problem with it. I don't think I've ever thrown up, but I certainly do feel queasy and like sick and hot and shit. But
how'd you guys do on your trip home from PorkFest? I've actually been quite curious about that. Where'd you guys stop at? Like, where'd you guys drive to?
Dude.
Oh shit! Should we? All right. We can save that for next week.
No, it was so bad because there was no place that had a hotel, and it took us hours to find a place with a hotel because apparently.
Right, so who was driving and who was looking for hotels?
Well, I was driving and she was looking for hotels. We started looking for a hotel at like 7 o'clock. And that was before we even got out of Vermont.
I mean, and you guys left at like noon-ish,
no,
right?
Yeah, we left at 3, and then we accidentally went to Canada, and then.
Okay. So you guys actually went down to the pavilion and parks for a minute and said bye to people and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit.
Okay. All right. Because Annie asked me Sunday morning, like after we packed up and loaded up the car and everything, she was like, "Do you want to go park and say bye to people?" I was like, "Fuck no." Like, if we go and start saying bye to people, we're gonna be here until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, like I'm gonna get fed a beer or a shot or fucking brownie or something. And
no, we totally went down and said bye to people, but then we got in the car and we punched in the GPS, but we didn't actually look at the route the GPS was taking us on, and apparently it wanted to take us to Canada. So we drove halfway to Canada before we were like 20 miles from the Canadian border, and we were like, "Where the fuck are we going? This is the entire way. Why are we just going uphill? Like it's uphill, it's all fucking uphill. That doesn't make any fucking sense." And then
so you guys were supposed to go southwest, but you went northwest.
Yes.
It was fine though. If I didn't leave then, I probably would have killed someone there.
Oh, I know. I'll tell you what, Ruby, Nick, we had the best night of Porkfest sleeping in your former bed. That like you guys could not have timed your exodus more perfectly for us, because we were able to get like I can't even speak for Annie. I know she slept well, but like I came to bed at like midnight Saturday night, slept in that bed, got up at 9, so I had like 9 hours of sleep. Woke up in the morning, just fucking packed up everything and loaded everything up into the Jeep. Like, we're sitting here deciding what to do with all these fucking, like, coolers. These fucking weird non-beers in our fridge. Like we went down to the next campground and, like, dumped out all these, like, fucking, like, cafe cooler bullshit things. And, loaded it all up into trash bags. When we were leaving, we had 2 trash bags and our Dollar Tree blankets wrapped up and thrown on the hood of my Jeep. So like I'm sitting there like calmly driving down the hill with like all these trash bags like up on my Jeep, and like we because we had everything loaded up. Right, and like we had nowhere else to put it. I was like, I can throw it on the roof, I could throw it on the hood, so whatever. I'm like poking my head out the driver's side door, like making sure I'm not like about to run somebody over. We get down to the fucking dumpster, and the fucking Pingroid, that fucking cunt whore, was standing there, and I kind of revved it up. Ingrid. We'll talk about that on another episode. But she was the only person the whole trip down from our campsite that got in my way, and it did occur to me at one point in time to go faster. I'm like, oh, I'll just pretend like I didn't see her. We'll be fine. Throw her in the dumpster. It's all good.
Super chill. That's all I know about her.
Whatever. She saw it was us, and she fucking bolted. Whatever, cunt whore. Fuck off and die if you ever see this Pingroid.
Pingroid?
Alright, we need to wrap this up.
Alright, good night.
Thank you guys for letting us have that last night in your park.
You're welcome.
That's the only reason we got home safely. I guarantee you that. For sure, the only reason we got home safely is because you did that. Thank you, Chris Bennett, for doing this fucking show again.
As
Good
usual.
night.
All right, good night.
Much love.